so they can be better drivers. Safe driving is no accident and has to be taught. Schedule a Your Keys to Drive Summit at your school and help put teens on the road to safer driving.
Well, Thompson High School looking for an unprecedented 3 straight 7A state championships. If they're going to do it, Gerhard, they got to go through the last team, not Thompson, to win the 7A state championship. Central beating them back in 2018. Let's look at the keys to this one tonight.
These keys, I think, are really interesting for both teams because they both have stuff on each end of the ball. I think for Central Phenix City, they need to protect the football, but then also capitalize in the red zone. This Thompson defense, 13 interceptions, 12 fumble recoveries. Meanwhile, for Thompson, get explosive plays because Central Phenix City has a very strong front seven. They also need to force more turnovers. They've been good at it all year. They need it for one more game.
When we return, we will kick it off. Thompson and Central Phenix City to decide the 7A state championship, coming your way live next from Protective Stadium in Birmingham.
If you've been in a wreck, you need an attorney. I'm Stephen Mizraino of the Mizraino Law Firm. For me, it's personal. I saw my parents suffer through a terrible crash with an 18-wheeler, and it inspired me to become an attorney. I know what it's like to be the victim of a distracted driver. It taught me how to stand up to the insurance companies. You don't need to fight it alone. Call me, Stephen Mizraino at the Mizraino Law Firm, 206-6300. Let Mizraino fight for you.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
And quite a sight at Protective Stadium in Birmingham as we are just moments away from the kickoff of the 7A state championship game here on this Wednesday evening in Birmingham on a beautiful night for football. Temperature around 57 degrees as we are getting set for kickoff. Also time now to pitch it down to the field for the third member of our crew, Christina Chambers.
Well, guys, these two strangers to the big stage. Thompson head coach Mark Freeman has played for a state championship and won 4, 2 at Spanish Fort, 2 here at Thompson. Obviously, lost 1 in 18 against Central, 1 in 19 against Central. Obviously won it last year in dramatic fashion over Auburn. Coach Freeman tells me that he's just ready to play. He's not nervous. He's pretty calm. These guys know what to expect. On the other sideline, Coach Patrick Nix. He has 2 state championships himself, 2 at Pinson Valley in Class 6A. This is his second year at Central Phenix City. He said the kids have really bought in. He said they have bought into his philosophy, and they're here to work, and they deserve to be here.
Thanks a lot, Christina. And, you know, the two coaches are a key part of the storyline of this game. We talked about the 2 quarterbacks in our opening segment, Gerhard, but the 2 coaches, big-name coaches on the field in this one tonight.
And what Christina highlighted, I think, is important. They both have success coaching at other schools and taking them to state championships. Spanish for Coach Freeman, as well as Pinson Valley for Coach Nix. They step up to the 7 is championship level. They're back here once again. And as we talked about earlier, both teams had to face a lot of adversity throughout the course of the year and then knock off a team that they played in the regular season. Thompson knocking off Hoover, of course, in the semifinal game. Central Phenix City beating Auburn in their rematch a little bit earlier in their semifinal game as well. So honestly, just 2 evenly matched football teams, a lot of experience, championship experience, as well as big game experience. This one should be a fun one.
Well, of course, Thompson has raised the bar the last couple of years with back-to-back 7A state championship. Patrick Nix, Central Phenix City head coach, is hoping that they can kind of knock the Warriors off the 7A pedestal tonight. And, of course, the key is, do they have enough playmakers to get it done? These both of these teams have some tremendous individual players. They're being heavily recruited, and not just this year, but even back to juniors and sophomores they're going to be playing in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game especially begins for Central Phenix City, what kind of start they can get off to.
Game planning and strategy, I think it's a big for both teams. And this one, I think being able to kind of get off to, number one, a good start, but then make the adjustments, because I think that will be big there in the second half for both squads.
Please put your back to the scoreboard. Please your back to this end zone.
And as you see, the Central Phenix City Red Devils will receive. So Coach Nix's offense will take the field to begin the game.
Right off the bat, you'll see, I think, the matchup of the evening. The Central Phenix City offense against this Thompson Warrior defense. Of course, they have two guys that are heralded all over the nation, and Jeremiah Alexander and Peter Woods, both ranked nationally. Those are the two guys that anchor the front for Thompson. Number one, what does Central Phenix City do on offense to get the ball out of Nix's hands early? Carmelo English, one of the juniors talked about, is a big part of their receiving corps.
You know, you look at these two teams statistically coming in terms of just simply points scored, points allowed. They're very similar in the fact that they both average over 40 points a game. When you look at Central Phenix City, Gerhard, they're only giving up 13.5 points defensively, which is outstanding. Till you compare it to Thompson's defense, they're giving up 5.9 points, and they compete in the toughest region in the state of Alabama.
And they make even good teams, very, very good teams, look average, especially offensively. And you mentioned it, this is a Warrior defense that has talent everywhere, but where I think that they excel is that they play really well complementary football between their front seven and then their back as well. Really great secondary, both individually and in zone.
And set for the Sarah Automotive kickoff. And we are underway again. A beautiful night, a little chill in the air, 57 degrees at kickoff, and the 7A state championship game is underway. And this kick return, Jared Wiley with a good return for the Red Devils. And as we said, they will bring out their offense to begin the game. And there you see quarterback Caleb Nix. We talked about him in our open. Gerhard ran through some of the stats. Basically just an incredible season, over 2,600 yards passing, over 30 touchdown passes. He is a senior, plays with a lot of poise. He is a coach on the field in every sense of the word.
He really is an extension of Coach Patrick Nix on the field. He's a running threat as well.
So from the 34-yard line, first play from scrimmage. This is Carmelo English, one of those big-time playmakers on the field tonight, and he is upended for a very short gain. Nice play there by Thompson's Trevor Hardy.
Good job setting the edge there and making sure Carmelo English does not get outside. They'll find different ways to get English the football, whether it's in the backfield, you just saw that last play, or down the field. He is the top target and the leading receiver for this football team.
Also has a kick and a punt return for touchdown, does Carmelo English. Gets it done in all phases. So second down and about 8. And the handoff to Jamel Johnson, an outstanding running back for Central Phenix City. He is a senior, good size at 6'1", 195. Picks up a couple of yards to make it 3rd and short.
Leading rusher on this football team comes in with 886 yards and 10 touchdowns on the season. When they run between the tackles, they really love Johnson on these carries.
So a big 3rd down right off the bat here for the Red Devils. 3rd down and 2 from the 43. And we've got a flag before the snap. Early movement, I think, by the offense.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Tough call there. You go from 4th and 2 to 4th and 7. And Coach Nix probably looking a little bit down to a different area of that play sheet.
100%. And this is obviously a big drive here for Central Phenix City to be able to get some sustained momentum here offensively.
Thompson brings a little extra heat here on 3rd down and what is now 7 after the penalty. Nix, nice design. They get it to Johnson out of the backfield. Well-executed play will result in our first first down of the game.
We talked about Johnson's ability to run between the tackles there. Great play design by Coach Patrick Nix. Finding ways to get the ball out of Caleb Nix's hands early, I think, is the game plan for the Red Devils, and finding him, Johnson, right there in the flats. It's a great play call and excellent execution.
Big third down conversion. They overcome the penalty and they invade Thompson territory for the first time tonight. First down inside the 45. And this play will go nowhere. Nice penetration there by Jake Ivey, the junior linebacker, making the tackle of Johnson 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Just comes right in and plays the run absolutely perfectly. Jake Ivey, one of the top tacklers on this football team and one of the leaders there from his linebacker position.
Play actually lost 4 yards, so 2nd and 14. Fake to English. Nix will keep, cut it up inside, pick up about 5 yards, which will set up another third down situation for Central Phoenix City.
To the 43-yard line.
This one will be a little longer than their last. We'll find out what they have in store here. Caleb Nix, we talked earlier, is a threat to run the football. Probably not in this situation, but over 600 yards on the season.
Third down and 9. And Nix steps up, passes away, and incomplete at the 42-yard line. Outstanding coverage by Karsten Haywood as he was right with the receiver.
Once again, try to get the ball between the hash mark and the numbers there, as they did on their previous third down, but good job by Thompson sealing this one up.
So the tackle for loss on first down, the key defensive play for Thompson here in that sequence, and that'll force our first punt of the game. Dylan Gentry on to punt, as the Red Devils will hope to pin Thompson back. Fair catch call for and made at the 16-yard line. And so the Warriors will come out on offense for the first time.
Warriors take over.
And they are led, of course, by senior quarterback Connor Harrell, who seems like he's been playing forever, doesn't he?
He certainly has. He's been the starter for a long time, and this offense kind of goes as he goes because he is such a threat, both running and throwing. The only loss Thompson has, he did not play most of that ball game.
So the Warriors first down at their own 16. And they begin with a running play. This is Justin Peggs. And not much up the middle. There you see Jalen Epps making the stop.
This is a really talented front seven here for Central Phoenix City. Thompson gets a lot of the love as far as these front units, but the Central Phoenix City crew has done a fine job, and they've gotten better seemingly every week.
Second down and 9. Harrell back to throw. Up top he goes, and it is caught. And a great adjustment at the 44-yard line by Ryan Pepins, top receiver for the Warriors. That is an first down.
Well, Pepins is such a great threat because he has such good ball skills. There you see him right there, but he's also so fast in the open field. So kind of a safety net for Connor Harrell, and you see the reason why they're on that previous play.
And the Utah commit comes up with a big catch. First down at the 44 for Thompson. Here's the give up the middle, nothing doing. Nice defensive play there. Tackle made by Tommy Griffin. Correction, that was Pitts on the stop for Central Phoenix City. So second down and 9 for the Warriors. Harrell setting up a little screen play, and the pass too high. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long here for Thompson.
Yeah, trying to find Bolden there. Unable to do so. Of course, both coaches are really have heavy influence on the offensive side of the ball, play to play.
So 3rd down and 9 for the Warriors. Here comes the pressure off the edge. Harrell steps up and he's in some trouble. Gets the pass away and it is caught by Thompson's Deuce Oliver. And what a heads-up play there by Connor Harrell.
We have Rydarius Morgan coming off the end there, number 20 for Central Phoenix City. But there's very few quarterbacks in the state of Alabama or in the country that can get this ball off, keep his eyes downfield, and pick up the 1st down.
Big play by the sophomore there. So 1st down as Thompson converts on 3rd and 9. Harrell got the pass away and it is caught. This is Pepins on the move with another first down.
You mentioned the fact that Pepins is the top target on this football team in the passing game for this very reason. Because once he finds a little crease, he's so fast, he has great vision. That time Wisely got down before he got into the teeth of the Red Devil defense.
Notice quarterback Connor Harrell looked a little gimpy as he was dropping back to throw. We've got a timeout on the field. Hopefully he's okay. We'll return to Protective Stadium in a moment.
That's how you make like it never even happened happen.
Serve Pro.
See you tomorrow.
I need the king, boys.
Don't call 2 clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them king boys.
Hearty breakfast deluxe, ASAP. Don't want to see her hangry.
There's more to love at Jack's with the Hearty Breakfast Deluxe. Fresh eggs, bacon, hash browns, grits, biscuits, and gravy. Feeds all sizes of hangry. Jack's, all about the South.
Ain't nothing like grilling with real wood.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing like it.
You got your pecan, your maple, your cherry, your mesquite.
Ah, what aficionado. Guess what I'm using?
Pine. I know that smell anywhere.
I know. Hickory.
No, I'm pretty sure it's pine.
When a little backyard barbecue extends to your deck,
honey,
give us a call.
Honey!
Alpha Insurance, rated 94% claim satisfaction. Are you covered?
You must be here for the Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio.
How did you guess?
Oh, just a hunch.
There's more to love with Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio. The Southern fried, fan favorite spicy, and new cheesy bacon chicken sandwich, all with fries. Jack's, all about the South.
Watching some big-time football reminds us big-time entertainment is now open on I-20 in Oxford. Over 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment located at exit 185 in Oxford. Bowling, laser tag, an incredible indoor go-kart arena. That and much more at big-time entertainment in Oxford. Gerhard, we got some big-time news already in this game because I mentioned going to break. Quarterback Connor Harrell looked a little gimpy as he was dropping back to throw, and here we see him being helped off the field, and this is not a good sign. For more on this, let's send it down to Christina Chambers.
That's right, guys. Connor Harrell was just escorted to the locker room. He did not go to the medical tent on the sidelines. He went straight to the locker room. Backup quarterback Zach Sims is now in, but he's no stranger to this experience. He came in and played the second half of the Hoover game and has played multiple second halves and the blowout wins that Thompson has had earlier in the season. So we'll see what he can do now with this offense.
Yeah, Christina, you're right. You know, we mentioned earlier that Harrell had some injuries in that Hoover regular season game. He didn't play in the second half. He did play in their first round playoff game, only played in the second half against Oak Mountain. And here, Gerhard, on their first series of the game, he's now in the locker room with some type of leg issue. And we can only hope that that young man is a senior playing here on the state championship stage. Hopefully he is okay and can return. But right now, it's in the hands of Zach Sims, and he delivers. Touchdown as he finds Deuce Oliver for the Harveys on Noble touchdown.
What a huge play there by the sophomore. Christina mentioned it. He has played in some big games, played in the Hoover matchup in the regular season, played some mop-up duty as well. He's also known that Harrell is obviously not playing 100% even when he came back. But there you see Sims fired up, and for good reason. Off to a nice start here in the state championship game with the pass for the touchdown.
And the extra point is right through there for Trevor Hardy. So what a sequence. Harrell goes out, back up. Zach Sims comes in, resulting in a touchdown. Thompson takes the lead, 7-0.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
At the 2-yard line. Here comes Carmelo English. We mentioned he's already got one kick return for a touchdown, but not much of a return there thanks to the coverage by Caleb Harris. Let's go back and look at the play where Harrell dropped back to throw. You could see there he really wasn't able to put much weight on that left leg as he tried to step into that pass.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I think he was favoring it obviously towards the beginning, but then the play right before that is the play where he was able to escape the pressure and get out. Maybe something happened at the tail end of that play that fed into the play that you just saw there. And you mentioned it right afterwards. We hope that he's okay, obviously playing in his final game here in a Thompson Warrior uniform.
So poor field position here for the Red Devils inside their own 15. And Nix is going to be wrapped up and sacked. Nice job there by Peter Woods, who is an incredible player. He is one of those big-time playmakers that we're going to reference throughout the game. He is a top 5 recruit in the 23 class, but I tell you, Gerhard, he's got a shot to be the top overall player by the time we get there.
And you're seeing part of the reason why. He is such a handful to tackle, and depending on which recruiting site you're looking at, he's considered a 5-star everywhere, but the overall rankings, as you said, by the time this time next year, he could be number 1 overall, but just after a great play, looks like he gave back 5 more yards.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
So Woods a little anxious pre-snap there as he costs his team 5 yards, but he is an outstanding player, 6'3". Coaches tell me this week he's up to about 290, so he is definitely a handful for the Central Phoenix City offensive line in this game tonight. So it's going to be second down and 9 for the Red Devils. After the 5-yard penalty got them the 4 yards back that they lost on the first down sack play. And here's the handoff Up the middle, Jamel Johnson. Not much room trying to run into the teeth of that Thompson front seven, which is quite a stout group.
That's the reason why one of the top matchups was going to be this Central Phoenix City offensive line against the Thompson front seven, especially that front four in passing situations. But there you see the trying to establish a run will not be easy. It hasn't been easy for any team so far, not that way for Central Phoenix City as well.
So here's a 3rd down and 6. Central Phoenix City 1 of 2 on 3rd downs here in the first quarter. Nix zips it downfield, and the pass too high. It was intended for Carmelo English. Outstanding coverage, though, by Tony Mitchell. Again, one of those big-time playmakers. He is a junior, going to be one of the top recruits in next year's class.
We have great matchups on the outside when it comes to the receivers and these defensive backs, and it goes both ways. And that time you saw fantastic play there by the Thompson secondary. Carmelo English reminds me a lot for Central Phoenix City what Ryan Pepins means for Thompson. And they both wear number 2, both kind of the safety blanket. That time, English unable to pull it in.
And a short punt that will hit and bounce out around midfield. So it's going to be great field position for Thompson on their next possession. And we'd like to thank the Mesrano Law Firm. In a collision, easy decision. One name, one call. The Mesrano Law Firm. So Coach Nix on the sideline speaking with his son Caleb. Going over strategy after 3 and out on their previous possession. So here come the Warriors again. They're now led by backup quarterback Zach Sims, who is putting it in the air on 1st down, and the pass is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Deuce Oliver again, but it was great coverage that time by Damian Tharp.
For Thompson, this is a really good sign. Both times that Sims has come in, they have not done anything different than what they do with Connor Harrell. They do the touchdown pass on their last series, and that time going right back to the air with Sims.
Sims will look to throw it again. Over the middle he goes. Nice little crossing route, and Pepins has got it, and yards after the catch is what makes this young man so dangerous. It's going to be a first down for Thompson.
You have to love the creativity here with the Thompson offensive staff, just finding creative ways to get number 2 the football. That time cleared everybody out and ran him right across the middle of the field. And I have to love Pepins, his awareness. He knows where he is on the field. Last time he slid right in the middle before running into the teeth of the defense. That time got out of bounds. He knows how to protect his body. He's not the biggest guy, but he's certainly fast and very productive.
And to give up the middle. Nice footwork here by Justin Pegues. Picks up a good gain on 1st down.
It looks like initially this wasn't going to be open, but the senior keeps his eyes wide open, sees the small hole, the crease, and he's able to have the athletic ability to get outside.
And pick up an first down. So a 10-yard run on 1st down. Thompson already at the Central Phoenix City 19-yard line, looking to score again late here in the first quarter. Sims with time, and this pass is batted down. It was intended for Pegues out of the backfield, but there you see big number 44, Marquavius Baker, getting his hand up.
Good job there by Baker, one of the interior guys on the offensive or defensive line for Central Phoenix City. He does a good job along with big number 3, TJ Parker.
So 2nd down and 10. Sims with a long look to the sideline. Looks one way, comes back, the ball is not loose, and I think the Red Devils are on it. Let's see. Nope, Thompson able to maintain possession, and there you see a heads-up play by Pegues. Looked like the first player to pounce on it was a white jersey, but will stay with the Warriors.
Great job there, Lance Pitts. junior linebacker wearing number 9. Watch him here get right in the middle and almost come away with it, but as you just said, Pegues, the senior, heads up play.
So 3rd down and 17. The Red Devils rush 4, and the pass is complete. And into the end zone goes Justin Pegues for a Harvey's on Noble touchdown.
This is just a great individual effort here by Pegues, and then also a good job there by Sims sticking in there. He took a hit towards the very end of the play. Watch this, is a great surge here by the Red Devil defense. Nice blocking downfield as well for Thompson. Played down the field by Deuce Oliver, who scored the last touchdown, but it is Pegues who gets into the end zone.
And the extra point is right through there. So Thompson with a 14-0 lead late first quarter. We'll continue with our live coverage of the 7A State Championship from downtown Birmingham.
I'm Roger, your in-house expert with Alabama Professional, and your questions keep pouring in to Ask Roger. Judy in Arndale asked, what services can APS provide? Alabama Professional offers basement waterproofing, foundation repair, humidity and mold control, and encapsulation of nasty crawl spaces. Since 1977, homeowners have entrusted APS to solve basement, foundation, and crawl space problems. Call for a free, no-obligation estimate today and keep those emails and questions coming.
And a look at the crowd on hand at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, home of the UAB Blazers, but tonight and this week, home of the Super 7 Championships. And of course tonight, as usual, getting it started with the 7A game, the Sarah kickoff. Thompson in control here early as they lead it 14-0, and this will be returned out of the end zone by Carmelo English and won't even get back to the 20-yard line. Once again, good coverage. Caleb Harris hustling down on special teams. So there you see Caleb Nix coming back out onto the field. They had a pretty good drive on their first possession, picked up a first down, got inside Thompson territory, but went 3 and out on their second series. So we'll see what they can dial up here.
Most certainly, and obviously down 2 scores. Have to climb out of this hole, and obviously with Thompson playing a backup quarterback in this football game, doesn't seem to matter because they have been playing very well, continuing with the same plays as far as in their playbook, and that time Sims hung in there, got it out, and they got a score.
Here's the handoff to Johnson, trying to turn the corner, stays in bounds for a gain of about 6. And for more on Nix, let's go down to Christina Chambers.
Well, guys, when I talked to Coach Patrick Nix, he says it's been a lot of fun coaching his other son, Caleb, but he says between the 2 quarterbacks, they are completely different. He said, he didn't mean this disrespectfully, but he said, Bo's the type of competitor who always wanted to win and take himself to the top. He said, Caleb is a little bit different. He's a competitor. He wants to win too, but he wants to take the whole team to the top. He said they're completely different quarterbacks, so he said it's been a lot of fun coaching Caleb this year. I ran into Bo Nix on the sideline before the game, and I said, hey, did your brother talk to you and ask for any advice? He said no. He said Caleb is a lot better than I was in high school, and he said I'm just ready to watch him and have his moment.
Interesting stuff there, Christina. 3rd down and a half yard as Central Phoenix City really could use an first down right here, already down 14-0. They will give it to Johnson, and it will all depend on the spot. It looks as though where the official is running in, they're going to have the first down, but if so, not by much. And it is an first down.
Yeah, good play call there by Coach Nix. And it looks like even off that, they had Caleb Nix could be possibly pull that and take it in. That might be something that they look at a little bit later against this really good Thompson defense.
Important drive here for the Red Devils. Final seconds of the first quarter. Nix will keep it this time, and not much running room at all. He runs into a sea of defenders there, led by Thompson's Nate Riddle, the senior linebacker, and that'll be the final play of our first quarter. It is the 7A state championship game from Birmingham. Thompson, the defending champs, with a 14-0 lead after one quarter.
Our job is to keep your lights on. That's what you expect and deserve from Alabama Power. Our team works hard to prevent outages, but when they happen, we're on it. And we have some new tools to keep you informed. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see local outages and get repair time updates. Sign up to get personalized outage alerts by text or email for free. While we're out there getting your lights back on, we want you to have the latest information. That's our job, and we're grateful you trust us to serve you.
Encore Sports Medicine.
And we are set for second quarter action from Protective Stadium. It is second down and 10 for Central Phoenix City, already trailing Thompson 14-0. This pass is batted up in the air and almost intercepted. It was intended for Carmelo English, but a Thompson defender getting his hand up and batting that pass away. So third down and 10 coming up for the Red Devils.
Another big third down play here for Caleb Nix in this offense. They have completely almost taken out any factor for Carmelo English so far in this game.
Here comes the blitz off the edge. Nix goes deep over the middle. Pass is picked at the 48-yard line. Going up and getting that one was Thompson's Antoine Fagans. The Alabama commit coming up with the interception, and the Warriors will be in business.
Well, that time the rush came off the end. It was number 6, J.Q. Hardaway, and Nix throws it up, and Fagans ends up with the tackle, or ends up with the interception. You have both Fagans brothers back there. You have Anquan, who makes this pick. You have Traquan also.
Yeah, I had the wrong one going to Alabama.
Well, I mean, they're all will end up going to college somewhere. This is a really, really talented family.
Thompson with great field position after the interception, and here is the quarterback Sims, and he goes nowhere. That's a nice defensive play that time by Central Phoenix City's Damian Tharp.
We've seen Tharp make plays for this Red Devil defense the entire season. The game that we had earlier in the year was an absolute wrecking ball against Oxford.
Sims back to throw. Heaves it downfield and overshoots his receiver inside the 10-yard line, but a flag's going to fly in. Is they're going to get Jordan Moultrie for interference.
Defensive pass interference, 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, this is Muhammad here on one-on-one, and you see the contact all the way down, and the senior gets his hands on him a little bit too much, and automatic first down.
So an Am first down by way of the penalty.
27-yard line, 1st and 10.
So that'll move the football to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. As despite the injury to starting quarterback Connor Harrell, they are off to a terrific start here in this game.
Sims already 3 for 5, 70 yards and a pair of touchdowns.
Sims goes deep down the far sideline, incomplete, and another flag will come in as we're going to get a second consecutive pass interference call against the Red Devils, this against number 5, Dylan Gentry.
Still going deep here with Sims, and take a look at the contact there. Coach Nick's watching the replay, can't believe it.
And Thompson in the APS red zone now with a 1st and 10 after another pass interference call. Football loose on the handoff, and Central of Phenix City, boy, did they need a break there, and they got it as the recovery is made there by Jalen Epps.
Fantastic play, and a very, very much needed play by this Red Devils defense here. Just a bobble on the handoff, probably the only miscue so far today for this offense. There's no synergy there between Sims and Pegues, who's had a great game, but a heads-up play, being able to jump on the football, give their offense the ball back, and we'll see if they can take advantage of the momentum.
So 1st down and 10 at the 16, and a whistle before the snap. And we've got a timeout on the field. And we'll take the break as well. Return to Birmingham in a moment.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights, proudly brought to you by Alabama Power. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Drive through the Twinkling Light Show, then stop and enter Santa's Village, sponsored by First Bank of Alabama, for delicious food, outdoor skating, and a visit with Santa. Come and see the wonder that is Festival of Lights. Open November 20th through December 24th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
And back with our live coverage of the 7A State Championship game, and we appreciate the support of Top Golf. An incredible experience. If you've never tried Top Golf, it is a great entertainment experience for the entire family. And there is a live look in at Top Golf, nearby Protective Stadium in downtown Birmingham. And Coach Patrick Nix, his team off to a rough start here in this one. A couple of pass interference calls against his defense has set Thompson up in good shape here. 1st and 10. Or actually, they've got the ball back now after the turnover. So he'll hope his offense can finally get something going. But I tell you what, the tackles for loss here, this Thompson defense is playing behind the line of scrimmage. There you see kind of the quarterback of the defense, Jack Van Zandt. He is a senior linebacker. You don't hear a lot about him, Gerhard, but Thompson coaches will tell you they allow him to basically, like the quarterback can audible at the line of scrimmage, this young man can change the defensive alignment, the defensive play, with what he sees when the offense lines up.
And that tells you there's just so much trust within this defense, both from their stars, but also from Van Zandt, who is obviously the top IQ guy for this defense, getting everybody aligned.
And Nix's pass is incomplete at the 17-yard line, just unable to get it to Tommy Griffin. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 12, and Central Phoenix City really struggling here to move the football against this Thompson defense. And we mentioned it at the very open. Thompson defensively only surrendering 5.9 points a game coming into this game. We knew it would be tough for the Central Phoenix City offense, but it has been especially tough here in this first half.
It certainly has, and we've seen flashes of it from Central Phoenix City, some good plays here and there. They had a screen pass that went for 19 yards a little earlier. Nothing consistent.
Nick stepping up, already feeling that he just has to evacuate the pocket, but he does show his outstanding running ability, and that is a huge play made by Caleb Nix to pick up the first down out at the 36-yard line.
Longest rushing play of the game so far for Central Phoenix City. You mentioned they needed it, and we talked at the beginning how he is a running threat. Over 600 yards rushing on the year, 11 touchdowns. He can run the football there, Tommy. You see it, and that's one of the threats when teams go man-to-man on the outside, especially with guys like Carmelo English as well as Tommy Griffin Jr. And they take their man far down the field. If he can find a little sliver there through the front seven, number 11's got the wheels to make a first down. He did it there.
And a little better field position to work with here now for the Red Devils. The handoff to Johnson up the middle, and Johnson out for about a 16-yard gain, and back-to-back first downs. And Johnson has had a couple of nice runs, but that is his longest run from scrimmage tonight.
This is a very well-blocked play by the Red Devils up front, and then Johnson uses his athletic ability to bounce it to the outside and get a few more yards. And now we're starting to see a little bit of consistency here on this drive by Central Phoenix City.
And we're going to have a timeout here called by Thompson, I believe. And the Warriors do take their first timeout.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
And there you see Connor Harrell back out on the field, and that is a good sign as he is loosening up on the Thompson bench. And the most encouraging thing about that is because when you saw the way he left the field with that knee or that lower leg injury, you just never know what the situation is. But the fact that he's even out and trying to loosen up would lead you to believe that there's nothing seriously wrong with him.
That's exactly right, and obviously it's a good note for Thompson, even though Zach Sims has played incredibly well in his absence. But very good news there for the senior.
So first down and 10. Here's the give to Johnson, and he is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Again, another tackle for loss, this time by Seth Hampton, the junior linebacker.
Watch Hampton get to the outside and beat Johnson out there. Johnson, you saw on the previous play when he picked up the first down, one of the better players here. He got on the outside.
And we've got an injured player, but while they attend to him, we're going to show you a picture there of Coach Rich Rodriguez, who's wearing the JSU Gamecock hat there. He is on the field at Protective Stadium tonight, and of course, in case you missed it, he was introduced yesterday, official press conference on the campus of JSU, as the new head football coach for the Gamecocks. That is quite a coup there, getting Coach Rodriguez at Jacksonville State. The Gamecocks, there's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement as they make their move up, change to Conference USA in a couple of years, and Coach Rich Rodriguez will now be taking over the Gamecock football program.
Yeah, the coaching carousel spins every single year, and Jacksonville State obviously making the move to the FBS. They announced that earlier, and they obviously wanted a coach that has been on that level, and Coach Rodriguez has been in the biggest conferences and the biggest games and having to do a lot of work trying to find a staff, do some recruiting. You see him busy there on the sidelines.
So Nix on 2nd down and 11 passes away and caught. That is probably his best throw of the night as he found his receiver, Romello Green, going up to make the grab.
Nice play, a very much needed play there from Central Phoenix City in the passing game. They've had a couple of strong runs so far. That time, you see the talent of Caleb Nix being able to get that ball to the outside.
So the 9-yard play makes it a 3rd and 2 for Central Phoenix City at the Thompson 41, possibly in 4-down territory for the Red Devils if they don't make it here. But probably not now. Nix can't, well, they won't even have the ball. Nix couldn't hold on to it, and Thompson winds up with the recovery. A.J. Allen, the senior nose guard, runs off the field with the football.
There might have been a little friendly fire here between Central Phoenix City offensive players trying to jump on the football there. Caleb Nix hops up, so looks like he's okay as well. But as soon as they got the momentum going, had a couple of good running plays, a great passing play. This time, turnover kind of like we saw down at the other end of the field with Thompson, unable to get the handoff cleanly, and the big fella runs away with the football, and yet another turnover for this defense.
And once again, the Thompson offense comes out with great field position, and look who is back in at quarterback. Connor Harrell hands off to Pegues, and he picks up a couple of yards before he runs into Marquavius Baker of that Red Devil defense. So great to see senior Connor Harrell back in there.
Absolutely, and also I'm sure he'll give a big high five to Zach Sims, who kept it all together, completing 60% of his passes, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns, as Connor Harrell was being attended to.
So his sophomore backup quarterback says, hey, top that, senior. Harrell hands it off. This is Pegues trying to get around the corner, and he will be knocked out of bounds at around the 41-yard line. So a 3rd and 1 now coming up for the Warriors. At the 41-yard line. Harrell hands off to Pegues. And he's not going to have much, but he will have the Amherst first down. I tell you, he's got nice footwork, doesn't he, Gerhard?
He certainly does. And he's got great vision. Back to the outside, we've seen a couple of nice runs from him already throughout the course of this football game. Of course, he also has the touchdown catch as well. So he's one of the big playmakers here for Thompson so far.
So 1st and 10 inside the 40. Pegues gets the call again. Workhorse here on this drive. He picks up about 4 yards before he's slung to the turf there by Dylan Davis, the sophomore defensive end.
And also got a great push from 44, Mark Baker, being able to wedge his way up there, slow Pegues up just a little bit.
So 2nd down and 6. Football just inside the 35. Harrell, screen pass. And look at the quickness here as Ryan Pepins with a little pep in his step tonight in this one with another Amherst first down.
It's a great play call here by Thompson, finding another way to get Ryan Pepins the football. We've seen it in so many different ways, crossing patterns to the outside. That time basically on the wide receiver screen and trying to get some blockers for him up front. If he can make the first guy miss, he's always a threat to take it deep, and that time picks up another first down.
Not the biggest guy on the field, only 5'8", listed at 150. Very explosive player. 1st and 10. Thompson on the march again. Pegues wrapped up down low. Very short gain that time. Siraj Muhammad on the tackle.
2nd and 7.
This front 7 will be really key here, especially in the red zone for the Central Phoenix City football team.
Second down and 7 at the 20. 4-man rush by Central Phoenix City. Harrell's pass is incomplete. Pepins was the intended receiver. Muhammad was there on the coverage.
Pepins is so quick that he might have still been running had he been able to get his hands on the football there. The last time Thompson was down here, they had a fumble, so it'll be key to hang on to the ball in this situation.
So 3rd down and 7. Pepins goes in motion. Here comes the blitz off the edge. Harrell's pass is away and incomplete. Harrell really didn't have much of a chance there to set his feet and look downfield. Just got rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well-timed pressure there by Central Phoenix City. And of course, coming off the injury, lower body injury, you want to put a little bit more pressure on him, and that time they did. And Central Phoenix City, once again, able to play successfully down here in the red zone. One of the things that we had talked about at the beginning of this football game was going to be very important.
So here is the field goal attempt, as Trevor Hardy will attempt a 37-yard field goal. Plenty of leg, and it is right through there. So nice job there by Hardy to extend the Thompson lead to 17-0 here. 5:17 to play here in the first half. We'll continue with our live coverage of the Super 7 from Birmingham after this timeout.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Have you seen foam lift concrete? Watch it raise the sidewalk. The poly-level system raises building floors, levels driveways, raises steps. Amazing, isn't it? APS Foundation.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Are you ready for cool weather, pretty colors, and tasty treats? Well, we sure are. Fall is also a great time to get your finances in order before the holidays really get going. Learn more about personal finance through our financial education portal. AmFirst, sponsor of the Super 7 State Championships from Birmingham. Let's head down to the field for an update from Christina Chambers.
Well, guys, you talked about Connor Harrell and him coming back in on that last drive, and he wanted to come back out and wanted to play in this game as a senior. He says being at Protective Stadium is super special to him. His brother, Kyle Harrell, is an outside linebacker who plays for the Blazers, and yesterday when they were doing their walkthrough, he walked into the locker room, found his locker, chose that one, and said, "This one's for my brother. I'm so honored to be able to play on the same field he does, and I want to go out there and make him proud."
And we are so glad that he is back on the field. and able to continue playing in this game. The Sarah kickoff, another deep kick. This is English returning this from the 2. And this time English is able to get it out across the 20 to the 25. So Central Phoenix City will get the football back, but Gerhard down 17-0. And in desperate need of some points here before halftime.
I think the one good thing they had to hang their hat on is they played really well on that last drive. Until the fumble is one of those situations where they were finally starting to get some momentum on offense. And this time we'll see if we can capitalize here on offense.
During the return, holding on the receiving team, 10 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So the penalty backs up the Red Devils to the 15. So again, poor starting field position. Nix goes up top and nobody home.
Probably some miscommunication there between the Red Devils. Just really no synergy here on offense for Central Phoenix City. You see some of the frustrations on Coach Nix, and it's kind of been a recurring theme throughout the game here. We've had little small spurts where they've looked good, but they haven't been able to cash in. And of course, this drive anchored once again by the penalty that put them back 10 more yards.
And Nick steps up, throws downfield, pass is incomplete at the 25-yard line as Carmelo English unable to get to that one. So again, frustration continuing for Coach Nix and the offense. They face a 3rd and 10 here from their own 15-yard line.
Another 3rd down and long situation. And last time we saw this, or one of the previous times we saw it, we saw man-to-man coverage by Thompson and Caleb Nix able to take advantage and pick up a first down with his legs.
So 3rd down and 10. Nix on the quarterback keep, now throws, and the pass is caught, and a nice job of picking up the first down by Marquavius Terry.
We saw something similar earlier in this game when Connor Harrell did about the same thing and able at the very last moment to get the ball off and let his receiver pick up the first down. It was a success that time for Thompson, a success this time for Central Phoenix City.
So 1st down and 10, that is a huge first down, Gerhard, because had they had to punt there, Thompson would have had time here before halftime to add to their lead. Now Central Phoenix City's drive continues. Nix throws on 1st down. Oh, and it was right into the hands of Terry, who just wasn't ready for the football.
And once again, the 1 step forward, 2 steps back offensive plays for Central Phoenix City once again continue, and that play was there. It was wide open, well designed, well called, and Nix couldn't have put that ball in a better spot there.
So 2nd down and 10. Nix gets it out to English, and English able to turn the corner, pick up about 7 yards, forced out of bounds there by Thompson's Trevor Hardy.
English is one of the guys that we knew coming into this football game that would have to be a big part of the offensive production. Leading receiver on this football team, but he's been quiet outside of special teams.
So 3rd down and 2. Nix tries to keep it and spins forward, and it will all depend on the spot. Official coming in and putting his foot down right near where they needed to get to. And they're going to award them the Amherst first down. That is another big first down to keep this drive going.
You see the toughness from Caleb Nix. Well blocked up front there. You see it's a hat on a hat. It's 3-on-3, and just try to get Nix as much as he possibly can. Saw Van Zant come in there for the Warriors. Not before the first down.
We've got a flag and a false start, I believe. Costly penalty there for the Red Devils. That'll back them up 5, make it 1st and 15.
And this is one of the things that will be a point of emphasis for the Central Phoenix City coaching staff when they go to halftime. They have been anchored and just really hammered by penalties this entire game.
Play clock down to 5. Nix lobs it up down the near sideline, incomplete. That was outstanding coverage that time by Thompson's Traquan Fagans.
One of the best cornerbacks in the entire country right there. Number 6, Traquan Fagans. That's step for step and got the inside hand on the football.
So 2nd and 15 after the incompletion. There you see Fagans, the senior. Great measurables there at 6'2", 185. Nix pass downfield, and it is incomplete. He had a receiver wide open. That was Caleb Johnson, but the pass just a little bit too far out in front of him.
You're seeing the ability by Nix on some of these passes that go outside of the numbers towards the sideline that time. Shot there to pick that one up. Once again, another one squandered by the Red Devils.
So 3rd down and 15. Thompson crowd coming to life here. Warriors show blitz. Here they come. Nix backpedaling, and he will be sacked back at the 15-yard line as Thompson's Jeremiah Alexander, the Alabama commit. First time we've seen him make a big play behind the line of scrimmage tonight.
It was only a matter of time before number 7 was going to work his way into the football game. This is one of the best defensive ends in the entire country. See why he was a very coveted prospect. So hard to tackle, and at 235, he runs really, really quickly, and Nick's doing a good job. That time is one of the situations where getting rid of the football, we saw what happened last time, he just chucked it up. It was picked off, and that time Alexander able to get the sack.
Timeout on the field. We'll return in a moment.
Teenagers are not really bad drivers, they're young drivers, and young drivers need help. Your Keys to Drive, presented by Children's of Alabama, State Farm, and other partners, is a virtual interactive educational experience that teaches teens about safe driving through demonstrations and hands-on simulations, so they can be better drivers. Safe driving is no accident and has to be taught. Schedule a Your Keys to Drive summit at your school and help put teens on the road to safer driving.
Shield, don't spend another day searching for reliable home remodeling contractors or pest control service. The team at Alabama Professional Services is here to take care of everything for you. You can browse our site to learn more about our services, including crawl space repair and waterproofing. CallTheShield.com. So Central Phoenix City had put together a couple of first downs and had moved the ball, and here they wind up punting from inside their 5-yard line. So Thompson will get the football back, and as it rolls down at around the 40-yard line, they're still going to have decent field position. They have 1 timeout and 1:56 to work with, and of course they've got Connor Harrell and all those receivers.
Exactly. The outside guys, we've seen it so far already. It was quarterback Zach Sims that found both the touchdowns by way of the pass. One to Deuce Oliver and the other one to Justin Pegues. But so far today, Central Phoenix City, 49 passing yards, 76 total yards. Meanwhile, Thompson, 139 through the air.
So empty set. Harrell back to throw with time. Goes for the home run. And Pepins makes the catch inside the 15. He was interfered with as well, but it will not matter.
I mean, this is just an unbelievable play by Pepins. We've talked about it throughout the course of the game, finding different ways to get number 2 the football, and the senior once again comes through for Thompson. We've seen him in the flat make a great catch. We've seen him come out of the backfield. We've seen him on wide receiver screens. This time doing what he does best and going deep. He's got the speed to catch up to the football. He's got the great vision in the open space. He's just a phenomenal football player.
And he's having himself an incredible first half in this 7A state championship game. Harrell throws it up for Pegues, and it's incomplete. Pegues kind of got free in the end zone there, but the timing a little off between he and Harrell.
Second down.
Stops the clock with 1:28 here to play in the first half. And remember, Thompson will receive the second half kickoff, so if they're able to put points on the board here before halftime, would be a big deal for them headed to the locker room. Harrell goes up top, and we got a flag. Pegues, or I should say that was Pepins, the intended receiver. The defender did not turn his head and made contact as the ball arrived and the flag came out.
Yeah, it's a solid play by Muhammad overall, just staying with him. However, it does interfere as the ball comes in and Pepins tries to make his move inside to find the football.
Still second down.
This is a really tough ask for the senior Siraj Muhammad. See him there trying to guard Pepins, and it's a tough task overall just because of how many dynamic plays he can make down the field, and that time goes once again Thompson's way, and they're marching once again deep into the red zone.
So second down and 3 inside the 10. Harrell pressured, steps up, gets the pass away. It's a touchdown, and we're going to have a late hit as well. Pepins made the catch. Harrell delivering, stepping up in the pocket, finding Pepins, and then just the unnecessary contact there in the end zone.
Well, that's just frustration right there from Pepins, who's had a phenomenal game. And you take a look here at Connor Harrell, and this right here shows the poise by Connor Harrell, stepping up into the pocket and hitting Pepins, and there's just no room for that. It's one of the leading tacklers on the football team, and that's just pure frustration there. And I understand the frustration, but that's just uncalled for.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, personal foul, defense, 15-yard penalty, be enforced on the kickoff.
So they'll assess a penalty on the kickoff, but a big score late here in the first half as Thompson increases their lead here late in the second quarter. As Trevor Hardy adds on the extra point. His perfect night continues, 3 extra points and a 37-yard field goal. As we go to break, another look at the nifty play here by Harrell to Pepins. 24-zip Thompson late first half.
Silicaga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
And join us starting November, it's already underway, the Festival of Lights, Chakalaka Park in Oxford. It is a winter wonderland. It is a great way to enjoy the holidays. A beautiful drive through the light show with your loved ones from the comfort of your own vehicle. One car load, one low price. The Festival of Lights also features a Santa's Village experience with fun activities, vendors, and outdoor skating. I have been through there myself, and I can assure you it is worth the drive down I-20 to exit 188 in Oxford, Chakalaka Park, in the Festival of Lights. And it has been a clinic here in this first half for Mark Freeman and his Thompson Warriors, dominating a very good and undefeated Central Phoenix City team here, 24-0 late first half.
The only miscue down there in the red zone where they fumbled the football. Outside of that, their defense and their offense are both playing incredible football. And we're starting to see a lot of the frustration on the other side, the Central Phoenix City side. We'll see if in the next minute 13 when they go to halftime, if that's one of the things that they could just calm down, and hopefully the calmer emotions will help calm their play down, because we've seen where Central Phoenix City has played well in spurts, but this crowd, their star player, Jeremiah Thompson, and this entire supporting cast here for the Warriors are really loving life right now as they can somewhat feel the championship coming their way. We still have a lot of football to be played, though. Keep in mind last year's championship made national headlines for a reason, but as of right now, it's been all Thompson.
Thompson looking for a third consecutive 7A state championship. You know, we're making history tonight here in Birmingham. The Super 7 has never been played in Birmingham. Of course, the Super 6 was played in Birmingham for many years, just down the road off the Arkadelphia exit at Legion Field. However, the Super 7 has been rotating between Jordan Hare Stadium and Bryant-Denny Stadium. So here we are in downtown Birmingham for the Super 7. A couple of personal fouls were called, by the way, on the extra point attempt. So we will be kicking off from the 15. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Never once in all of my time watching football.
This is an odd a kickoff alignment as I have seen. So here we go. Trevor Hardy. And it does not quite go 10 yards, but it doesn't matter because Central Phoenix City able to pounce on the football. Gerald Davis there to recover.
Yeah, you saw earlier going into the tent was Coach Patrick Nix and talking to the guys, talking to Damian Tharp, number 7, player who committed the personal foul. And I think that that's just a manifestation of overall frustrations. And I don't think that it's a single play situation. I think it's just the fact that the entire game they haven't been able to do anything offensively with rhythm. Defensively, they keep getting gashed by Ryan Pepins, Connor Harrell, Zach Sims, who's ever been in the game offensively, and just kind of snowballed on them. However, they do have time to get into the locker room, be able to talk this one over. We'll see if they can do so in the second half.
Nix lobs it up top, but it is incomplete. It was intended for Marquavius Terry. So second down and 10. And Johnson stumbles out across the 10. We go under a minute to play here in the first half.
See if they can at least pick up the first down here. Doesn't look like Central Phoenix City's intent to try to get the football back. Just for some statistical comparisons, Thompson has 5 tackles for loss for negative 29 yards. Central Phoenix City has 32 yards total rushing in the football game.
A dismal offensive showing here in the first half for the Red Devils against a Thompson defense that has been dominating all season. Johnson gets the call again, darts out across the 15, steps out of bounds at around the 20. stopping the clock with 14 seconds to play. It will be an first down.
But the number that probably sticks out the most for Thompson, 9 penalties, 100 yards. For Central Phoenix City, I should say, going into halftime here. Those 9 penalties, and those have been a killer. Really the entire game. They've stymied positive momentum on offense, and they've really hurt special teams when they get the football back and trying to establish momentum.
And Johnson gets the call again. Gets about 9 yards out to the 29, and barring a timeout, that will be the final play of the first half. And that will take us to halftime. A dominating performance by the Thompson Warriors. 24-0. As both teams will head to the locker room here at Protective Stadium. Red Devils of Central Phoenix City definitely have their work cut out for him. And we'll send it down to Christina on the field.
Coach, you're in control in this win. How have you been able to be so successful?
Kids have played hard. We took advantage of a couple situations that we thought we had, and we took advantage of those. And kids have played hard. We got to come out second half, and it's got to be 0-0. The same old thing, you know, that you tell your kids every night. But our defense is playing really good, and that's what's setting the tone for us.
Connor Harrell goes out. Zach Sims comes in. Connor's back in. How do you transition play calling between multiple quarterbacks?
We didn't change the game. You know, the Lord does things in funny ways, and Zach got 2 games under his belt, so we're not going to change the game with Zach. Not really a whole lot. We just got to go play football.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Now, Coach Freeman heads into the locker room with his team up 24-0, 1 half home to a 3rd consecutive 7A state championship. We will continue with our live coverage of the Super 7 championships from Protective Stadium in Birmingham.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights, proudly brought to you by Alabama Power. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Drive through the Twinkling Light Show, then stop and enter Santa's Village, sponsored by First Bank of Alabama, for delicious food, outdoor skating, and a visit with Santa. Come and see the wonder that is Festival of Lights. Open November 20th through December 24th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com. This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Open November 20th through December 24th. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
If you've been in a wreck, you need an attorney. I'm Stephen Mizraino of the Mizraino Law Firm. For me, it's personal. I saw my parents suffer through a terrible crash with an 18-wheeler, and it inspired me to become an attorney. I know what it's like to be the victim of a distracted driver. It taught me how to stand up to the insurance companies. You don't need to fight it alone. Call me, Stephen Mizraino at the Mizraino Law Firm, 206-6300. Let Mizraino fight for you.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights, proudly brought to you by Alabama Power. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Drive through the Twinkling Light Show, then stop and enter Santa's Village, sponsored by First Bank of Alabama, for delicious food, outdoor skating, and a visit with Santa. Come and see the wonder that is Festival of Lights. Open November 20th through December 24th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
Welcome back to the Oxford Festival of Lights halftime show. Time now for a special video tour of Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Sloan and welcome to Chocolaco Park here in Oxford, Alabama. I would love to show you around today. Chocolaco Park leads the industry with its 300-plus acre, one-of-a-kind sports complex. We have safe, attractive, welcoming modern grounds and recreational facilities for people of all ages, abilities, and interests. Located 1 mile from shopping, dining, and lodging, Chocolaco Park serves as a recreational space for local residents as well as visitors from all over the nation. Not only are we a sports and recreation venue, but we are also something that you can't find anywhere else. Parks, nature, history, heritage, and community. Baseball, softball, track and field, and soccer amenities. We also have walking and biking trails, playgrounds, water and natural resources, and much more. I invite you to come enjoy it yourself.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights, proudly brought to you by Alabama Power. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Drive through the Twinkling Light Show, then stop and enter Santa's Village, sponsored by First Bank of Alabama, for delicious food, outdoor skating, and a visit with Santa. Come and see the wonder that is Festival of Lights. Open November 20th through December 24th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Black Friday pricing is all month long at Sarah Honda, Sarah Nissan, and Tony Sarah Ford. We have the best inventory and new vehicles arriving daily. We're putting the giving back in Thanksgiving. All this month, get a Butterball turkey with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase on the lot today. There's never been a better time to get more for your money. Get a cash offer even if you don't buy from us. Come on in today and get more Ford, Honda, and Nissan for your money. Black Friday pricing all month long and a Butterball turkey with every purchase. Sarah Automotive in Sylacauga.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
hope you enjoyed the best of
Welcome back to the Oxford Festival of Lights halftime show. Thompson 24, Central Phoenix City 0 here at halftime of the 7A state championship game. Joined with me now is Superintendent of Central Phoenix City, Randy Wilkes. How does it feel to be here in this beautiful venue? The championships haven't been in here in Birmingham in several years. How does it feel to be back?
Absolutely. This is a beautiful facility. We should thank the Alabama High School Athletic Association for this facility, City of Birmingham and UAB. It is just a wonderful facility. I was watching the kids' eyes when they came in the stadium tonight, and they just really lit up. It's a wonderful facility.
Now, you really wanted to talk about your career tech education program. You have a lot of exciting things happening on campus.
Absolutely. Right now, our senior class, 98% of them have credentialed, and we have a wonderful career and technical education program, 14 different academies, and in the spring this year, we're going to open a new 34,000 square foot facility on our campus. So we're really excited about where we're moving with AP honors courses, but especially our career and technical education courses.
How exciting is it for you to see your school grow the way it has over the past couple of years?
It's been phenomenal growth. If we had gone back to 2014, we would have been a perceived D, and we've moved all the way to an A. Our graduation rate is 97%. We earn about $20 million each year in scholarships with about 400 graduates. So we're really excited about the momentum that we have moving forward.
Well, good. It's so nice talking to you. Now, to my left, we have Vincent Pitts, Athletic Director at Thompson High School. You guys, how does it feel to be back in Birmingham? You've won one at Auburn, you've won one at Tuscaloosa. How does it feel to be here in Birmingham?
It's a blessing, an unprecedented opportunity. We've been to some fantastic facilities, and this is certainly at the top of the list in terms of hospitality and beauty. It's a beautiful facility. The City of Birmingham has done a great job. We appreciate the Alabama High School Athletic Association for all their work, and we're happy to be here. You can't take these for granted, and it's an exciting time, and we're excited about the future.
Your team had a walkthrough here at Protective Stadium yesterday just to see their eyes light up. What does it mean to you to be able to be back not only in this game, but just to see your athletics programs grow, not only in football, but almost every sport?
Sure. No, it's very important. With our superintendent, Dr. Wayne Vickers, and our principal, Dr. Wesley Hesser, 9 years ago, they set out to create something special, and they've achieved their goals, and they're going to continue to achieve their goals. And we can't thank them enough for everything that they do every day to support not just our student athletes, but every student. There's something for everyone at Thompson, and they have just gone above and beyond to support every student, not just student athletes. And we're certainly appreciative of their support for our student athletes, and I think it shows in the way they carry themselves on the field and the success we've had in the short time that we've been a school system, not even 10 years old.
For you look over to our shoulder, the stands are packed. It seems like the whole Alabaster community is in the stands.
I hope the last one that left turned the light out because our people came out, and that's fantastic, and we're glad to have them. And we certainly appreciate their support, our parents, our community, and everybody that supports Thompson. We're thankful for their support.
Well, we've got two awesome communities here battling it out in the 7A state championship game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back from the Oxford Festival of Lights halftime show here at Protective Stadium.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
I'm Roger, your in-house expert with Alabama Professional, and your questions keep pouring in to Ask Roger. Judy in Arndale asks, what services can APS provide? Alabama Professional offers basement waterproofing, foundation repair, humidity and mold control, and encapsulation of nasty crawl spaces. Since 1977, homeowners have entrusted APS to solve basement, foundation, and crawl space problems.
Call for a free, no-obligation estimate today and keep those emails and questions coming.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights, proudly brought to you by Alabama Power. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Drive through the Twinkling Light Show, then stop and enter Santa's Village, sponsored by First Bank of Alabama, for delicious food, outdoor skating, and a visit with Santa. Come and see the wonder that is Festival of Lights. Open November 20th through December 24th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
Welcome back to the Oxford Festival of Lights halftime show here at Protective Stadium. It's halftime of the 7A state championship game. Thompson on top of Central Phenix City, 24-0. Joined with me now is a proud sponsor of the Alabama High School Athletic Association, Coca-Cola sales rep here in Birmingham, Nick Milan. How does it feel to be here in Protective Stadium? You guys are not only a proud sponsor of the HSAA, you're also here at Protective Stadium, this beautiful new venue in Birmingham. How does it feel to be here surrounded by all these communities here this week?
Well, I mean, just look at this. Look at these fans, look at these people, just proud to be partnered with it, with an organization that touches the lives of so many young people across the state of Alabama.
For you, what does it mean to be able to be here? You guys are supplying the Powerade, all the water on the sidelines, just to play a small part, but to give back to these student athletes who have worked hard all season long.
Well, it's just an honor for us at Coca-Cola United to be partnered with the communities where not only our employees live and work, but where we serve the people that we live and work with.
What's been your favorite part about this venue? Everybody's been talking about it, not only at the UAB games, but especially here for the Thompson community, the Central Phenix City community. How does it feel to be here at Protective?
It's electrifying. I mean, you look up in the crowd and, I mean, you're surrounded by tens of thousands of folks at a high school football game. I mean, literally, I'm speechless.
Well, we'll see who will be speechless holding up a championship trophy. We got a second half to go. Don't go anywhere. The Oxford Festival of Lights halftime show continues after this.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Hey, it's football season. Your favorite team's about to take the field, and I bet you don't want to miss a minute of the action. So do yourself a favor. Be a responsible fan and just get vaccinated. Because you know it's kind of hard to cheer for your team or tailgate from a hospital bed. Let's kick COVID together. Get vaccinated.
If you've been in a wreck, you need an attorney. I'm Stephen Mizraino of the Mizraino Law Firm. For me, it's personal. I saw my parents suffer through a terrible crash with an 18-wheeler, and it inspired me to become an attorney. I know what it's like to be the victim of a distracted driver. It taught me how to stand up to the insurance companies. You don't need to fight it alone. Call me, Stephen Mizraino at the Mizraino Law Firm, 206-6300. Let Mizraino fight for you.
Halftime of the Class 7A championship game, the Thompson Warriors, the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. Welcome back into the Oxford Festival of Lights halftime show. John Holder with you. Halftime of the 7A championship game with Thompson in control of Central Phoenix City 24-0 at Protective Stadium in Birmingham. First half highlights. It was a first half that was, to be honest with you, dominated by the Thompson Warriors in the first half. It began in the first quarter. Connor Hale right off the bat. Long pass play, tremendous catch by Ryan Pepins. You'll see a lot of Ryan Pepins in the second half. Harrell was hurt, though. The backup, Zach Zims, comes into the game. Throws a 24-yard touchdown pass to number 12, Deuce Oliver, and then throws a 26-yard touchdown pass to Justin Pegues. And then disaster striking for Central Phoenix City as Thompson recovers a fumble. They're already down 14-0 as we move into the second quarter of play. And it was more domination by this Thompson Warrior team on the offensive end of things. A field goal. This was going to be Trevor Hardy kicking it through from 37 yards, making it 17-0 Thompson. And then just before the half, Connor Harrell back in the game. Throws a 6-yard touchdown pass to none other than Ryan Pepins, and that made it 24-0, just a minute 13 until halftime, and that's where we are at the half with Thompson, the two-time defending state champion, looking for their third state championship in a row, and they're well on their way, leading Central Phoenix City 24-0 at halftime at Protective Stadium in Birmingham in the AHSAA Super 7 Class 7A state championship game. Coming up, second half action, Mickey Shadricks, Gerhard Mathangani, and Christina Chambers standing by in Birmingham.
I'm Roger, your in-house expert with Alabama Professional, and your questions keep pouring in to Ask Roger. Stan in Mountain Brook asked, our basement is damp, musty, and humid. Can APS help? Stan, almost half of the air you breathe comes from your basement. A wet or damp basement worsens allergies and damages valuables. We'll transform your basement into a dry, usable space and improve the air quality of your home. Call for a free, no-obligation estimate today and keep those emails and questions coming.
I'm here with Central Phoenix City head coach Patrick Nix. Coach, how do you slow Thompson down, both offense and defense?
Nothing went our way that half. It's just the way it is. Just it's part of it, part of life, part of the game. We just got to find a way to, just play one dot at a time, one play at a time, regain our composure. Obviously a little shocked. We're not used to this, but it's part of life. It's a great learning lesson for all of us, in life in general.
What was your message to your team in the locker room?
That we got to pull together. They're hard enough to beat. As a group, if we splinter off, we're in a lot of trouble. And just compete, have fun. Seniors' last chance to play, together right here. Go out and have fun and enjoy the game.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And here's a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by the Jefferson County Department of Health. And it's obviously heavily in favor of the Thompson Warriors, as you see there statistically in every category.
Every category, and one of those situations here, passing the ball, Thompson has just been phenomenal, whether it has been Zach Sims or it's been Connor Harrell. They've been very effective. 100 overall yards, also 101 in penalties. Thompson all over Central Phoenix City. We're back with the second half next.
I was finally ready to buy my first home after renting for the last several years. As I started my search, I got overwhelmed by how many websites and confusing listings there are. That's when I found the experts at ERA King. To me, ERA means expertise, reliability, and activity. I depended on them to find a home in my budget, and they didn't stop working until the keys were in my hands. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.
Hey, it's football season. Your favorite team's about to take the field, and I bet you don't want to miss a minute of the action. So do yourself a favor. Be a responsible fan and just get vaccinated. Because it's kind of hard to cheer for your team or tailgate from a hospital bed. Let's kick COVID together. Get vaccinated.
At Team One Toyota, you'll always find the car you want at a price you'll love. And shopping with Team One Toyota is like no other experience. Right now, you can custom order your brand new Toyota. You can pick the color you want, the trim you want, the interior you want, all the equipment and technology you'll want. And this month, when you come into the dealership to custom order your Toyota with us, we'll take an additional $500 off. A lot is changing in the car business because we're the ones changing it. Choose Team One Toyota, where we're driven by great people and great prices.
And our live coverage of the 7A State Championship game from the Super 7 in Birmingham is brought to you in part by Jefferson County Department of Health. Jefferson County Department of Health. Be a responsible fan and get vaccinated. Let's kick COVID together. And getting set for second half action here from Protective Stadium in Birmingham. It was all Thompson in the first half, a 24-0 lead as we get set for the second half, and the Warriors will receive the second half kickoff.
We talk about adjustments, we talk about so many different things as it relates to what you tell your team at halftime. And I think what Coach Nix told Christina was really informative about regaining their composure. I think with them it starts mentally. They've had committed way too many penalties. Of course, the 3 penalties there towards the very end, the personal foul. But you just compile that and you can't get any offensive rhythm. Then we saw some of the frustration early, and that's to be expected from a team who had an average margin of victory of 30 this year. They just haven't found themselves in this spot that many times. Did that time at halftime, was it enough for them to regain themselves mentally? We'll find out.
And our Sarah Automotive kickoff is fielded by Pegues. And Pegues with a good return. And he will be tackled from behind out across the 42-yard line, but a good start on the kickoff for Thompson.
Way too many threats in the special teams, and Pegues is one of the great ones. He and Pepins do a good job being able to set their offense in fantastic field position, and they do just that in this football game. And one of the things that Coach Freeman said that I thought stood out is we have to play this game like it's 0-0. Of course, he had the craziness last year. I think they want to be able to finish this game strong.
And Harrell remains in there at the starting quarterback spot to begin the second half. Pegues with a good gain on first down of about 8 or 9 yards. And of course, Harrell, if you were with us in the first half, went out early with some type of leg injury, went straight to the locker room, had to be helped off the field, and it honestly didn't look good. It was kind of a non-contact knee-looking injury, but while his sophomore backup was in there doing his thing, Harrell was in the locker room getting taken care of, came back out, and here he is back on the field. So that is a good sign for the senior quarterback. Second down and 2, and nice penetration that time by Central Phoenix City's Kai Gilbert.
Excellent penetration. We saw some of this throughout the course of the season for Central Phoenix City, being able to disrupt the run. That time, sliding up from that defensive tackle spot and being able to make the play there. They'll need a lot more of those.
So that loses a couple of yards. It'll make it third down and about 4. Or the Red Devils could use a stop here. Harrell. Pass incomplete. And they will get the stop. It was intended for Deuce Oliver. So after the good kick return, the good run on first down winds up being a 3-and-out.
Well, that's a good start for Central Phoenix City. Talked about just the momentum factor of being able to get yourself right mentally. I think the defense has now set the tone. We'll see if the offense can continue that and string together a drive. It's one of those situations where you just come at it one play at a time here for Central Phoenix City. A lot of times that just becomes just a throwaway cliche. I don't think that's the case here for these Red Devils.
And the punt will be taken at the 18-yard line. And the return by Caleb Johnson. And so the Red Devils will come out 1st and 10 on offense. And here comes Caleb Nix and company. And Coach Nix mentioned it in his interview with Christina, basically, when you're in this kind of situation, you almost have to take your eyes off the scoreboard. You mentioned one bite at a time is how you get back in a game like this, and play it one play at a time.
That's certainly right, and they were able to find some positives there in the first half, throwing some screen plays and also running the ball up the middle.
And here's Johnson. He had a pretty good first half running the football as he fights forward for a gain of about 3. Had a long run of 16 yards in that first half.
52 overall and 11 carries. Now carry number 12 for him. It'll also be interesting to see how they get not Ryan Peppers, but the other number 2 in this football game. They're both athletic and they both kind of play the exact same way, but Carmelo English, the fantastic junior from Central Phoenix City, playing in the slot right there. It'll be interesting to see how the Red Devils try to get him in the offense here in the second half.
Nix pass is caught out at the 43. Boy, that was a nice throw. Tommy Griffin Jr., the senior wide receiver, able to bring it in.
We saw a few of those in the first half, and the receivers unable to pull it in, but the arm talent is there for Nix, and a great catch there on the boundary by Griffin.
So that's a first down at the 44. Hand it off to Johnson. Johnson, nice patience running the football, and he gets it inside the Thompson 45 for an Amherst first down. Another good run on first down for Johnson.
Johnson, a lot like Pegues on the other side. Great vision there on that run, being able to bounce it outside, use some athleticism, move the chains.
(24-0), obviously a big deficit, but not at the point where you want to abandon your running game and let the defense, especially this type of defense, tee off on your quarterback. Johnson gets the call, and another big gain on first down. Give him 10 yards and another Amherst first down.
Great blocking on the outside, one on the offensive line, number 59 Kenyon Cox, and then outside receiver Marcarius Terry, number 13, providing some key blocks there on that big run.
Good look at the Central coaches on the sideline. Big drive here for the Red Devils as they try to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Nix over the middle, pass is incomplete, just a bit too high. Marquavius Terry unable to bring that one in.
Terry's been a weapon really all year long for Central Phoenix City. He had a shot in the first half at one ball that essentially hit him in the chest, that time right out of the outstretched arms, and one of the best corners in the state and in the nation right there in coverage, and Traquan Fegans.
Second down and 10. Nix fakes the pitch, keeps himself, picks up about 3 yards to the 31. That will set up third down and 7 for the Red Devils.
Nix came in this game averaging about 8 to 10 carries per game, second leading rusher on the team to Johnson. Don't really see that a lot, especially on this level. Your quarterback is that much higher than maybe your second or third running back, but that's the case for Nix. He has great ability to run.
Clearly 4 down territory here for the Red Devils. 3rd and 7. A flag before the snap.
Five-yard penalty, still third down.
That is the third false start penalty against Coach Nix's offense. And instead of 3rd and 7, now 3rd and 12.
We talked about the penalties earlier in the first half, and obviously coming to rear its ugly head here in the early stages of the third.
Nix passes away, and it is caught on the slant. That's Tommy Griffin Jr. making the catch. Nix throwing a strike on this one.
Great coverage for Thompson, but just a great throw and excellent catch there by Tommy Griffin. This is what we have seen from Central Phoenix City, especially in these playoffs. They've done a great job passing the football. A bit uneven here in today's game. Give a lot of credit to Thompson's defense, especially the secondary.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, white.
So Coach Nix trying to get an explanation on that call. Very rarely do you see that type of call made, unsportsmanlike conduct, white.
Right. You don't see that very often. He just got straight to the point there on who it is.
I'm sure it's on the sideline, which is what Coach Nix has to be protesting here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, head coach, Phoenix.
And there you heard the clarification.
First and 10, Phoenix Central.
It is a 15-yard penalty. It will obviously still be first down, but they lose 15 yards of field position.
Yeah, almost every yard for Central Phoenix City has seemed to be a struggle, number one, but then ultimately coming back to really haunt them at the end, and not just this individual play. This is kind of a microcosm of what's been going on throughout the course of the game here.
So they spot it at the 39. First and 10. Here's the handoff to Johnson. Bounces it outside again. And Johnson will step out of bounds at around the 28. Mr. Johnson having himself a fine night. One of the few bright spots for this Central Phoenix City offense.
Came in as the leading rusher, knocking on the door of 1,000 yards for the season. And you see the vision right here, being able to bounce to the outside. Some great blocking up front overall, just throughout the course of the game. And he has 89 yards in the day so far.
Working his way toward a 100-yard game. Another Amherst first down. First down at the 28 of Thompson. English this time gets nothing. Nice play there down the line by Thompson's Traquan Fagans.
It comes on the backside there, and he has the speed. He just closes in. That's picture perfect play there from the secondary, but injuries have been a kind of a story of the game, but looks like he'll be tended to a little bit there on the sideline of Thompson after that nice play.
So second down and 10. Play clock down to 5. Nix with the fake. Pass over the middle. Receiver is wide open. And down to the 5-yard line goes junior Marquez Mobley as they are now in the APS red zone. Central Phoenix City with a first and goal.
This is a great play call there. You see Mobley coming right off the line there and being able to find a little crease, get the football, pick up a couple extra yards, and we're back in business here for Central Phoenix City.
Mobley's first catch of the night, and it is a biggie. First and goal at the 5. Best drive of the night by far for the Central Phoenix City offense, and we're going to have another false start, 4th of the game. I believe that is the second against the left tackle.
Cox has played well overall as it relates to how well he's blocked. However, we saw that time he patted himself on the chest, and just once again another situation where they just make things a little bit harder for themselves in these situations.
First and goal back at the 10. Nix will keep this and steps out of bounds right at the 10. No gain on the play.
Good job setting the edge there for Thompson. Really nowhere to run with the football. Initial great penetration there by Seth Hampton, and then finish it off by Peter Woods.
So second and goal from just inside the 10 as they give Nix about a half-yard gain on that play. Nix goes up top, and English has got it in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. The Harvey's on Noble touchdown as Central Phenix City breaks through finally on the scoreboard here in the third quarter.
We've been talking about it all game long. When is Carmelo English going to get in this game? This is a passing offense, and he's the leading receiver on this football team. One catch for 8 yards is all he had before this, but you see the arm talent of Caleb Nix putting that ball where only English could get it. And he's in there for the much-needed touchdown for Central Phenix City.
So a nice drive by the Red Devils, capped off by the 9-yard touchdown pass. And here's the try for two. The first Alabama Bank try for two. Nix rolling out, throws back, and he's got a receiver wide open. That was outstanding execution. That is Mobley on the two-point conversion. So Central Phenix City with a little momentum here with the nice drive, two-point conversion. They're on the scoreboard. Thompson leading it now 24-8.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Silicaga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salads, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Silicaga.
And our coverage of the Super 7 Championships brought to you in part by Topgolf. Venues featuring high-tech gaming, climate-controlled hitting bays, a chef-driven menu, music, corporate and social event spaces. With climate-controlled hitting bays equipped with heaters, Topgolf is a great way to have fun while being outdoors all throughout the colder months. And there is a live look in at Topgolf nearby here, Protective Stadium. It's your best friends there, Gerhard.
Buckethead and the King. They were right on after the flag football championship game and saw them with some guests a little bit earlier, and they'll be around throughout these finals. And we talked earlier about what Coach Nix told Christina at the break. He said two things that are really thought that they've now executed here in the second half really well. He said, number one, they have to regain their composure. It looks like he's trying to do that himself, especially after the personal foul called on him. But his defense did a good job. 3 and out held Thompson to just 6 yards. Then his offense comes out, 12 plays, 75 yards. You mentioned it. Best drive of the game by far. Chewed up 5 minutes. However, they got the much-needed points.
And the Sarah kickoff is fielded at the 13-yard line by Pegues. Flags fly, and this one is going to result in some very poor field position, I would assume, for the Thompson offense. Great coverage by the Red Devils. Several officials must have saw that one block in the back there.
During the return, block in the back, return team, half the distance, first down.
So here's an opportunity now for Central Phenix City. They're on the board, 24-8. Still plenty of time left in this game. Obviously, you can see their fans sensing this. Thompson's going to start this drive deep in their own field position. They get a 3-and-out here. Offense get the ball back with a little momentum. This game could get interesting quick.
Very, very interesting, especially being all the way back here. If your defense is aggressive enough, trying to, if you can't get the 3-and-out, if you could also get a turnover down here, anything would be big. So you have to feel really good if you're the Central Phenix City defense. You watch your offense take care of business, get on the scoreboard, and now the penalty sets you up in great field position for the field you have to defend, and really nowhere to go there for Pegues. And we've kind of seen a little bit of stalling here for this Thompson offense.
And we've got a timeout on the field. Clock stop with 4:27 to play here in the third. An injured player. We'll take the break and return in just a moment.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
And a nice look at Protective Stadium, downtown Birmingham, home of the UAB Blazers. Tonight, home of the 7A state championship game. It's getting a little interesting here late in the third quarter. Central Phenix City with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, 24-8. Now Thompson, 2nd down and 8. Backed up inside their 10. They'll hand it off to Pegues again. Pegues trying to get around the corner and will be shoved out of bounds, and no flag. The official will rule the contact was initiated inbounds. It's going to set up a 3rd and short, so a big 3rd down play coming up here for this Red Devil defense.
Good job there, getting to the outside for Central Phenix City, and that was right there on the edge, and that's the same young man, Damian Tharp, who had the personal foul a little bit earlier, and I think he's calmed down ever since then, just in general. However, don't want to leave plays like that to the officials deeper into this football game.
And another stoppage of play. I think we may be having a little issue with the chains across the way. Seeing a little bit of everything here in this one. We saw a kickoff from the 15-yard line.
Yes, that's right.
Now I've seen a chain broken for the first time.
This is a day of firsts. We had our first flag football state championship.
Let's send it down to Christina.
Well, you talk about Justin Pegues, and guys, he's the type of guy who can run the ball between tackles. He creates problems with linebackers. He's comfortable and loves to spread it out. He's an added weapon, and you know, Coach said he loves to avoid contact, and he always wants to find the end zone. He's already done that once tonight, and you can tell by the drive and the speed he has on that last play.
Yeah, I've been impressed with his vision, his patience, and his footwork is outstanding. He and Jamal Johnson on the other side for Central Phenix City. Two very good running backs being featured in this game.
She mentioned that he already has a touchdown in the game. He can run the football, and as she said, he doesn't like the contact. He likes to get into the end zone. He's got great speed. They utilize him in the special teams as well on kickoff return. So, a fantastic weapon. Being number 5, Thompson.
So here we go, 3rd down and 2. Big play here. Here a little long look at the sideline to get the call. See what the Warriors dial up here on 3rd and 2. They're going to hand it off, and they're not going to get there. Great surge by that Red Devil defensive front, and that is going to bring up 4th down.
Instead of going to McGee's this time, they go to Brandon Franklin. And watch the surge here by the Red Devil defense. Lots of players in the mix there. You see Lance Pitts in there. Another player down here. We've had a few of these in the second half of this football game.
That is Sterling Harris being helped off the field. So 4th and 1. That'll send in Trevor Hardy. So the Central Phoenix City defense comes up with the stop. And look to get good field position here.
2 times in a row, Central Phoenix City's defense bows up. Looks like, barring something crazy here, we'll get the football back.
And backpedaling, and fortunately for Caleb Johnson, he's able to fall on the loose ball inside the 40, maintain possession, and the Central Phoenix City offense will come back out on the field. Caleb Nix and company with their best drive of the night, their last possession as they got their first points of the game. 2-point conversion. Let's see what they can come up with here.
Last drive, 12 plays, 75 yards, methodical down the field, ran the ball effectively with Johnson, they threw the ball effectively, and the touchdown ultimately scored by Carmelo English, who came into this game as the leading receiver and probably one of the best pure athletes on the field. That's saying something considering all the talent here.
First down at their own 39. Nix with the fake, goes up top and misfires. He had English with a step behind the defensive back, Karsten Haywood, but it's incomplete.
And there you saw Nix tapping himself on the chest and letting English know. Could have put that ball in a tad better situation, even though he's had a great game as far as being able to pinpoint some of these throws. That one got away from him.
Second and 10. Nix connecting with Mobley out of the backfield. And Mobley tackled after a gain of 7, so it'll set up a 3rd down and 3 now as we go under 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter.
They ran a similar play there in the first half with Johnson out there in the flats, and they were able to pick up a 1st down. And this time they hope it can lead to another 1st down.
3rd and 2. We got early movement on the defensive front. We're going to get the 1st down by way of penalty.
Encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
You know, they hustled up to the line of scrimmage and kind of something they haven't done much, and worked in their favor as number 45 jumped into the neutral zone, resulting in an Amherst 1st down. First down at the Thompson 47. Nix lays it up for English, and it's incomplete. English looking for a flag, doesn't get one. Pass again was a little bit off the mark. Left it too short.
Tony Mitchell there in coverage, and not only does English want one, but Coach Nix is looking for a flag as well on this play.
Still a little bit underthrown, but Mitchell did get a hand in there. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Johnson, and he is taken down from behind. And there he is again, Peter Woods, the junior defensive lineman, who you're going to be hearing a lot about in recruiting circles over the next couple of years.
He's just so impressive for so many reasons, but his IQ and his ability to crash down, and even as big of a size as he is, he was listed at the beginning of the season around the 255-pound mark. You don't see a lot of football players put on a ton of weight, but it looks like he's put on weight, he's put on muscle throughout the course of the season, and of course he's a fantastic football player.
Timeout on the field. Thompson leading it 24-8.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights, proudly brought to you by Alabama Power. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Drive through the Twinkling Light Show, then stop and enter Santa's Village, sponsored by First Bank of Alabama, for delicious food, outdoor skating, and a visit with Santa. Come and see the wonder that is Festival of Lights. Open November 20th through December 24th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
Hey, if you want to get into the Christmas spirit, there's an easy way to do it, and that is head down I-20 to exit 188 in Oxford and drive through Chocolaco Park and experience Festival of Lights. It is a one carload, one price. You'll also find a Santa's Village experience, fun activities, vendors, even outdoor skating. It is worth the drive from anywhere. Oxford's Festival of Lights. Bright lights here at Protective Stadium. It is the 7A state championship game. Central Phoenix City trying to claw their way back into this one. Nix's pass is caught. That is a huge first down. Marquavius Terry, third reception of the night, and that'll move the chains.
Give a lot of credit to this offensive line, doing a good job blocking. You see the double team on Alexander. Did a good job blocking Woods as well. Gave Nix just enough time to get the ball to the outside, and Terry converts in the first.
Big conversion. First down at the Thompson 37. Nix throws it up, and it's intercepted. It is picked off at the 16-yard line by Thompson's Trevor Hardy.
You mentioned he's got a great game kicking so far today, and he's added to that in the passing game as well. And there's another interception for Nix, but this might be just excellent coverage here by Hardy. Does a great job closing in on the football. A little bit underthrown there for Tommy Griffin Jr. and Hardy spots it, plays the ball perfectly in the air, and gets the ball right back to the offense.
Third turnover of the game for Central Phoenix City, and that's a big one because the momentum sapped right away from the Red Devils, who were moving the football. Caleb Nix, you can see, frustrated. He knows the missed opportunity there. As they give the football back to Thompson, here is Harrell, one of the few runs he's had tonight. He slides down after a gain of 3.
I think we'll see that a lot over the course of the game here as we close it out, that he'll just take the yards, stay in bounds, continue to protect that leg, and it also looks like he put a little tape on his hand as well.
Under a minute to play here in the third. Thompson's offense has yet to even get a first down here in this third quarter. Harrell's pass is caught. Well, no, they're going to rule it incomplete. Or are they? They're going to say complete to Pegues. So that'll make it 3rd and 2.
Take a look here as Harrell goes to the outside. That's a good catch there by Pegues. And good call by the officials. It looked like 2 officials saw a little bit of a different angle, but they were able to get the right call there.
And they don't even have to snap it here. They can let the clock expire here in the third quarter. It will be 3rd and 1 when we come back and resume play in the fourth quarter. Thompson, 12 minutes away from the three-peat 7A state championship game. Protective Stadium in Birmingham. We will continue with our live coverage in just a moment.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
Mr. President, Bessemer Superhighway is backed up. What are we going to do?
Are you serious? Get me the King Boys.
King Boys Towing is the fastest growing tow and recovery company in Birmingham and surrounding areas for one reason. Our customers are our top priority. Whether your car's been in an accident, is stuck in the driveway and won't start, or you just need a tow to your preferred repair shop, give us a call. Our fleet of flatbed tow trucks will provide courteous and fast service. King Boys Towing, 205-428-3235.
Have you seen foam lift concrete? Watch it raise the sidewalk. The poly-level system raises building floors, levels driveways, raises steps. Amazing, isn't it? APS Foundation.
And our coverage of the Super 7 Championships brought to you in part by Alabama Professional Services. Hey, don't spend another day searching for reliable home remodeling contractors or pest control service. The team at Alabama Professional Services is there to take care of everything for you. You can browse their site to learn more about their services, including crawl space repair and waterproofing. Log on to calltheshield.com. Fourth quarter from Protective Stadium in Birmingham. Thompson with a 24-8 lead. That third quarter, though, dominated by Central of Phenix City, as they did get their first touchdown, a two-point conversion. But the interception there by Caleb Nix brought another promising drive to a halt. And here we are, 3rd and 1 as we begin the fourth. And that'll make it 3rd and 6 after the false start penalty against Coach Freeman's team.
Yeah, you mentioned the domination by Central Phenix City there in that third quarter. They're in 18 plays to Thompson's just 8. Defense spent a lot of time on the football field.
Third and 6, a little different call than 3rd and 1. You like your chances when you got this young man at quarterback, Connor Harrell. Pass is incomplete at the 30. It was intended for Pegues. He was double covered there. So Thompson unable to convert. The penalty really hurting their chances there. So Central Phenix City able to get the ball back despite the interception a moment ago.
Well, we've seen some kind of uncharacteristic things from Thompson in the second half. Saw a penalty convert into a first down. A long drive early on in this football game. Coach Freeman wanted to preach to his guys to play this game like it's 0-0. Central Phenix City, obviously the more desperate football team, has played well here in the second half.
And this will roll dead right at the 40-yard line. Central Phenix City will come out with good field position, still very much in this football game. You've already mentioned it a couple of times. Who can forget the 7A state championship game last year between Thompson and Auburn? Auburn seemingly had that game won, and a remarkable turn of events enabled Thompson to win the state championship.
Instant classic, seen right here on WOTM, and very quickly made its way around the nation, over millions of views on YouTube and other social media places.
Central Phenix City hoping to create a little bit of drama here in this fourth quarter. That ball hung up in the air. Both sides had a shot at that one, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, lots of very talented players there in and around the football, but kind of luckily for the Red Devils, it lays to the turf and they live to fight another down here on second.
So second down and 10. Coach Patrick Nix's offense. They have time, but they need to take advantage of their possessions here in the fourth quarter. Handoff up the middle, not much running room at all for Romello Green, so it's going to set up a 3rd down and 8.
Haven't seen much of Jameel Johnson.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Since about the very beginning of the 3rd quarter. They've thrown the ball effectively, but Johnson has not been in the game as far as rushing goes.
So 3rd and 8, they need to take it to midfield to get a 1st down. Thompson showing blitz, and they do rush 6. Nix gets the pass away, got a receiver down the sideline and overshoots him at the 25-yard line. It was intended for Marquavius Terry, but in his defense, he had rushers bearing down on him.
He certainly did, and that time Terry beats Hardy. Hardy got the best of the matchup last time, but this time Terry outside of him, but Peter Woods, the other number 11, meets Central Phoenix City's 11 there right after the throw.
So 4th and 8. And Central Phoenix City sending in the punting unit.
Game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So Central Phoenix City just taking a delay of game 5-yard penalty. And we'll punt the football back to the Warriors. And it will take a Red Devil roll inside the 25-yard line. Well, Thompson, of course, with a big first half, Gerhard, and a big reason for that was little number 2.
Little number 2, Ryan Pepins. He's been everywhere, and what I've found, I think, the most impressive about him and impressive about the staff, they found different ways to get him the football. There you see on the deep play, 6 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown. There's the 6 right there, and he even took the big lick at the very end, but he has been an incredible football player for this team all year long. Came in as the leading receiver on the team, and we mentioned it plenty of times. He's not the biggest guy on the field, doesn't impress you physically, but my goodness, does he have all the other attributes.
Pegues is wrapped up there by Makai Gilbert, the senior defensive lineman, for virtually no gain, and Thompson would love to just eat up some clock and run the football and shorten this game here with this 24-8 lead, but nothing there on 1st down.
Yeah, there's a nice little balance here between staying aggressive but also taking the air out of the ball and not giving a talented quarterback in Caleb Nix in this offense a lot of chances.
Second and 9. Harrell drops back, throws deep, and it's caught at the 39-yard line. On the grab, Jalen Ward. That is his first catch of the night and results in an Amherst first down.
What a play here by Warden. You see the reason why Connell Harrell wanted to play in this game so badly. Understanding it's his last time in a Thompson uniform, and he has been a warrior, no pun intended, for this football team. And that time got the ball to a perfect spot. And a nice first catch there on the day by Ward.
Harrell, same play the other way, and it's caught. Flag flies as well. But it's going to be a first down inside the 5-yard line, catch made there by Bo Jones.
Just a sophomore, and looks like they'll be in the hunt for a while, for a very long time, and they're right back into the APS red zone, and you see the big smile on his face, and you understand the reason why. It's one of those situations where if you can get a guy to interfere, but you still come up with the football, That is a huge, huge play.
Well, obviously they didn't get too conservative here, did they?
Not at all. And there was he said there was going to be a little balance of being able to stay aggressive, take the air out of the ball. But this has been a great drive, aided by the throw so far by Harrell.
Back-to-back big completions for Thompson. Harrell to throw it again. Now he'll just take off and run in for the touchdown. Takes another shot at the end of the play by number 7. Harvey's on Noble touchdown. No flag on the play, but, well, actually there is a flag.
And unfortunately, it's the exact same player. And it's honestly, it's the leading tackler on your football team. And I understand Damian Tharp, you haven't been in this situation really all year long, being down in these football games, but he's taking these touchdowns personally. Saw the one on Ryan Pepins earlier, this one on Connor Harrell. And once again, another situation where you go for yards.
So an unfortunate situation there, just unnecessary play there. He'll be penalized on the ensuing kickoff. Fortunately, Connor Harrell is okay. That is a big drive there as Thompson went to the passing game, and Harrell with some big throws. And the extra point is good. So Thompson reestablishes their control of the football game as Connor Harrell takes it in for the touchdown, making it a 31-8 lead in the fourth quarter for the defending state champs.
Silicaga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
If you're looking to have some fun during the holiday season, you could actually go to Festival of Lights in Oxford at exit 188, and then go down one exit to 185 and experience loads of fun and entertainment at Big Time Entertainment, the newest family entertainment center open in the state of Alabama, located right off of exit 185 in Oxford. Over 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment, including one of the most unique go-kart arenas in the nation. Big Time Entertainment, located at 42 Tower Road in Oxford. That is a big drive there by Thompson, because it pretty much takes the momentum and just saps it right away from Central Phenix City. He was trying to kind of claw their way back into this game. But some big plays there from Connor Harrell, showing why he has been such an outstanding quarterback in his career at Thompson. The Serra Automotive kickoff is fielded by Terry safely for Central Phenix City.
Almost like a knockout blow situation, kind of a couple of play calls here by Thompson late in this football game. But you mentioned, I think that the interception thrown by Nix, but then they were able to get the ball back. Central Phenix City was, but they had to punt it right back to Thompson. Thompson stays aggressive. 4 yards, 74 yards, a minute 13 off the clock, and then we saw some of the same frustrations that creeped up in the first half, now creeping up here in the second half after some positive momentum in the third quarter.
By the way, Damian Tharp, Central Phenix City, has been ejected from the game. Here is Johnson. We've been wondering where he's been, and here he is on the carry for a couple of yards.
It's been a frustrating day overall trying to run the football, because Johnson has had some moments, but this front seven, there's a good look at the captain, as you mentioned earlier, Jax Van Zandt. You had him on that second level, and that first level featuring guys like Jeremiah Alexander and Peter Woods and the rest of the gang, not to mention what they have on the back end. This secondary and this entire defense has been sensational.
Nix's pass is caught at the 45-yard line by Caleb Johnson. And we have a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
That'll add a significant chunk of yardage to the play.
We're now up to a bunch of penalties here. Few's now starting to rack up on Thompson. That's their 5th, 14 overall for Central Phoenix City.
So first down at the Thompson 40. Nix throws over the middle, incomplete. Intended for number 14, Marquez Mobley.
Mobley had a couple of good catches on the touchdown drive that they had a little earlier. Take another look here as Mobley was open there, and he had a big play earlier. We saw him on the play right leading up to the Carmelo English touchdown.
Second and 10. Nix hands off to Johnson right up the middle. Another good run for Jamel Johnson. And that will be another Amherst first down. First down at the 28-yard line of Thompson. This time Johnson, well, fighting forward. Nice effort there by Johnson. It looked like he was going to be stopped for no gain. Winds up picking up about 3 yards.
Stopped in the backfield by Peter Woods and a couple of other Thompson defenders, but continuing to fight there for Central Phoenix City, and it's the attitude you like to see as lead swelled here in the 4th quarter, but you love to see the fight.
Second down and 9 as they only gave him a yard on the play. Comes the blitz off the edge. Nix's pass is caught inside the 20. Nice grab going up and getting it that time was Tommy Griffin Jr. And that is a Amherst first down in the APS red zone.
Well, he's had a nice game. He's put together 3 catches now. He's about 13 yards per play, per catch, I should say. Just short of the first down, it looks.
So not quite an Amherst first down, but we are in the APS red zone. 3rd and 1. Thompson loads the box. Nick's going to throw it, and it's picked. Another interception by Caleb Nix. This one picked off again, Traquan Fagans.
It's good one-on-one coverage, and everybody in white is saying that Fagans pushed off. You saw Carmelo English coming off the field and saying that. Both Patrick and Caleb Nix saying the same thing. So the back end of the play is Fagans ends up making the interception.
Fagans a very physical corner and getting the best of that exchange. Another interception thrown here by Caleb Nix. Gives the ball back to Thompson inside their 5, and this is Pegues as he runs it out across the 10 for a gain of 7 on first down. And a flag comes in at the end of this play.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, white, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That'll give Thompson a good bump in their field position.
Mentioned earlier about the penalties that mounted up for Central Phoenix City, and did a good job there for most of the second half, and A lot of that third quarter when they played their best football of the game, did so without being penalized, whether it's a dead ball penalty, live ball penalty. But now they're up to 15 for the game. Just for a comparison point, they have 144 passing yards and 163 yards of penalties.
So first down at the 27. Thompson very wisely running some of the play clock as the clock is moving. Harrell throws it deep. Pippins has got it. And Pippins is going to score.
Mickey might have been able to seal up the MVP with that catch right there, going in for the Harvey's-All Noble touchdown. Ryan Pippins has had an outstanding football game, putting an exclamation point to a phenomenal career. There's a lot of people, if you go on social media, that find it very hard the reasons why he's not being lured by major schools. Well, he's putting together a fine performance here in his final game with the Thompson Warriors. Another catch on the day. He's now over 200 yards receiving and 7 catches.
Had a big first half, pretty quiet third quarter, but Pippins and company pouring it on here now. Extra point is good. And it is all Thompson as they lead it here late, fourth quarter.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? By being prepared for anything.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Open November 20th through December 24th. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
This holiday season, visit Festival of Lights. Chocolaco Park in Oxford, Alabama is transformed into a winter wonderland and is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Open November 20th through December 24th. To get your tickets, visit oxfordlights.com.
Top Golf venues feature high-tech gaming, climate-controlled heating bays, a chef-driven menu, music, corporate and social event spaces. With climate-controlled heating bays equipped with heaters, Top Golf is a great way to have fun while being outdoors all throughout the colder months. And at the end of the game, that doesn't mean our coverage is done, because we've got John Holder in the studio, and I'll also have Gerhard's fan club there that'll be doing a little bit of post-game coverage, and we're going to go down to Christina right now. Speaking of Gerhard's fan club.
That's right. You talk about this Thompson defense and how close they have been all season long, and part of that is the family and fun type atmosphere these coaches bring to the table at practice. And an example is linebackers coach Jake Gaines told his team and the linebackers group, hey, every season we're going to try and grow out mullets all season long, and then if we make it to the state championship game, we're going to dye them blonde. It's something they started last year. They made it to the state championship game, dyed their mullets blonde, and they won. Well, they decided to bring back that tradition this year. So if you notice underneath some of their helmets, some guys have dyed their hair blonde. Jake says last year about 3 guys did it. Now they're up to 6 or 7. Some of the offensive guys are buying into it. It's just a lot of fun to create team chemistry and bonding off the field.
That's great stuff there, Christina. And there you see Jax Van Zandt. He's definitely sporting the mullet there that she was just talking about.
There is nothing like teamwork. You see this a lot in the NHL. You see this in Major League Baseball when something happens and you have a whole team kind of galvanize a certain cause. And it could be as simple as growing your hair out. And you're seeing the effects of that, and especially after the year of last year and not being able to have as much team camaraderie. Most of these guys last year had to work out by themselves and whatnot. And I think the appreciation for being a team once again is being appreciated by all, and especially when you play well with everything on the line, and that's exactly what Thompson's done.
And Van Zandt will be taking that mullet to North Texas, where he is committed to play his college football. Thompson looking to win 3 straight state championships in a row. And if they can hold on here the next 6:28, that's about as dominant a run as you'll find at the 7A level.
Coach Mark Freeman quietly moving up. I wouldn't say quietly. However, with this Thompson program exploding the way that it has, he had great success down south, just continuing to move his name up as far as some of the greatest coaches to ever coach in high school football, and he has to be considered right there among some of the best. He certainly has this program clicking on all cylinders.
Usual time for a timeout, but we'll resume play out of the timeout. 1st and 10, Central Phoenix City. After the kickoff, went into the end zone for a touchback. And Nix with the handoff there to Romello Green, wrapped up after a couple of yard gain, and there is that big man up front we've talked a lot about tonight, junior Peter Woods.
He has had a great football game today for the Central Phoenix City defense. It's been hard to run on them all year. It's obviously hard to score on them as well. We talked about their numbers coming into this matchup as far as what they give up. And outside of one great drive there in the 3rd quarter by Central Phoenix City, this defensive unit for Thompson has been dynamite.
And the give once again to Green. Fights for near a first down. They're going to spot him at the 29, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Red Devils. Near 5 minutes to play in this one. There you see some of the Thompson starters on defense being brought off the field one person at a time. That was starting linebacker Jax Van Zandt, whose night is done. It'll be a first down here as Romello Green picks up a couple of yards to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's a great chance to give the appreciation to these seniors who have played a phenomenal football season. Dated all the way back to last year and that championship game that they had, and they get everybody's best shot every single week, and they stepped up to the plate all year long. Even the game that they lost to Hoover, they had played really well, bounced back, came back and beat the Buccaneers a little bit later in the year. I think that would be called on Peter Woods there at the very end. He saw the flag. I think he knows it's him.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
So they'll spot it at the 47 after the 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10. Nix hands it off to Green again. Green right up the middle, picks up about 8 or 9 yards. So Central Phenix City, knowing this game is pretty much over, just running the football and running the clock, and the top golf drive of the game. And this was a biggie. It's just kind of pretty much shut the door on any hope Central Phenix City had, especially with these 2 big pass plays by Harrell, and then he capped off the drive here by running it in for the touchdown.
I think it squandered any bit of momentum and possibly any bit of hope that Central Phenix City had to get back into this football game. We said it at the top of the second half. They really needed something big, and they got it. They were able to get something big and get their defense out there. Made a stop on 3 plays, 6 yards, and they went right back down the field. 12 plays for 74 yards and able to get a touchdown. But then ever since then, the Thompson defense clamped down and the offense really went to work. 2 aggressive drives. That top drive of the game, and then that one as well.
All right, Gerhard, let's flash back. This was last year, Auburn and Thompson playing at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And the incredible way this game unfolded.
This one made national headlines quickly in the wake of everything that transpired. You see the block punt for the touchdown. Then the special teams play right here, run to perfection on the onside kick, which led to the next set, led to this pass interference, which ended up leading to the game-winning field goal. And just like that, more magic, back-to-back state titles. The heartbreak for Auburn, obviously. And Auburn, once again, they bounced back and had a great season. They made it all the way to the semifinals with a new head coach and Keith Etheridge. But the Thompson Warriors came back this year as the state champion, did not rest on any of their laurels, did not rest on the fact that they had such a great way to end the season last year. They came right back, and some of the best players in the state came back to win a championship.
The 3rd time in the last 4 years these 2 teams have met to play for the 7A state championship. Central Phenix City did beat Thompson back in 2018, but they are not going to beat them tonight. Once again, Green runs for about 3 yards. The clock continues to move.
Personal foul, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
We have definitely had our share of those tonight.
We certainly have, and that is not stopping Coach Freeman from continuing to coach. He understands in these situations they have to play smart.
Game is over and just unnecessary, as we go under 3 minutes now to play. 1st and 10, Central Phenix City after the 15-yarder at the 21-yard line. And Green picks up 6 yards on this carry.
Keep in mind, we will have the trophy presentation at the end of this one, and I think that the MVP, if we're doing our predictions, I'll do it after this play.
Green, another carry, wrapped up and taken down for no gain that time by Thompson's Dylan Willis, the junior defensive lineman. And I know if you and I had a vote, it'd be 2-0 in favor of one guy.
That's exactly right. Ryan Pepins, number 2 for this football team. Also, Connor Harrell, I mean, he had a fantastic game as well. 10 of 18, 271 yards and a pair of touchdowns.
And let's don't forget the backup quarterback coming in there. We talked about that a lot in the first half as Sims came in when the game was still very much just really getting underway and really played well and got Thompson off to a good start.
He certainly did, and I think Christina brought up a great point in the first half when he came in, that he had been in a big game situation earlier in the year when Harrell had the initial lower body injury. He came in and played really well, and of course he's played in a lot of mop-up duty, just a sophomore, but you heard Coach Freeman at halftime. They don't change anything when Sims comes into the football game. They don't change any part of their game plan, and he was a big part of that. 3 for 5, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had as many touchdowns and not as many throws, obviously, as Connor Harrell, but you like to see the senior come back and finish it out strong. So lots of different candidates there for MVP.
Nix throws to the end zone, incomplete. Trying to sneak one in there, Terry. Again, the pass was too high. Looks like we're going to have another personal foul penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, 15-yard penalty, half the distance goal, first down.
So Central will keep the ball and will have a first down with about a minute to play. Yeah, Sims had the touchdown pass to Deuce Oliver in the first quarter, made it 7-0. Came back and hit Pegues, made it 14-0, and that set the tone for the whole game. The way the backup sophomore came in and played while Harrell was in the locker room getting evaluated. And of course, Harrell came out in the second half and did his thing.
Exactly. And it just shows you how much confidence that they have in Sims.
Nix tries to run it in himself and will be denied as they stop him at the 1.
Talk about a warrior mentality. Caleb Nix has had that as well, but this defense is a proud defense, and they don't want to give up double digits. They've done it very few times all year, and not looking to make today one of those times. You saw some of the emotion there on Nix. I think it's all setting in. A lot of these seniors about their last football game in high school. A lot of players on both sides will play on Saturdays.
Clock stopped with 56 seconds to play. So here's a field goal attempt. And the kick is up, and it is good. Kicking it through there was Ethan Paul, making it a 38-11 game. Back to Protective Stadium in a moment.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
And Harvey's on Noble. If you're hosting a wedding, reunion, or private party, their event space can accommodate up to 400 guests. You could also come by and take a tour. You can contact us to see if Harvey's is available for your date. Final seconds of the 7A state championship game. That field goal making it 38-11. And there you see Caleb Nix heading off to the Central Phoenix City sideline, and his night and his high school career is done. So did they rule it a touchdown, Gerhard?
Believe so. I believe what they saw when we saw what we thought was the extra point. I think they ruled it a touchdown there by Nix when he scored, and then at the extra point for 6. So get that clarified here, or the official scorebook at least says 38-15.
And a fumble on the kickoff, and Central Phoenix City pounces on it, so Nix is coming back out on the field. So we spoke too soon. Yeah, it did not appear to us as though Nix broke the plane at all. Looked like he was stopped well short of the goal line. Then and here's a look at that play. He stuck the ball out right there at the end, but I don't see her. Well, there is the official signaling on the other side, so they did rule it a touchdown. We just missed it.
It was really late, but then there was also no confirmation from the other officials, and so I think there was some confusion there.
Central did recover the fumble on the kickoff. And here is another look at that play.
He's trying to get as much as he can there, and it's a strip from the backside, and just continuing to fight. That's just a competitive spirit there. We'll see what Caleb Nix does here towards might be probably the last drive of the game. We'll see.
First down at the 36. Nix going to throw over the middle. Got his receiver. That is Mobley. An Am first down.
Continues here, and we're in that stage, obviously, of the football game where Thompson has a lot of their backups in, and Central Phenix City still has a lot of their starters in.
Nix to throw, and it's caught for the touchdown. Marquavius Terry for the Harveys on Noble touchdown. So kind of a quirky ending to this game. It won't result in the kind of drama we had last year, but still. Well, actually, we have a flag down, so we could have to check the penalty here to see if this touchdown is going to stand. Back at the 15-yard line. Nix throws, and it's complete, and this is a touchdown to Tommy Griffin Jr. with 15 seconds to play.
An odd, clunky, insert the word here on the way this one ends, but the competitive spirit continues for Central Phenix City, at least making it look a little bit better. This game was largely in hand for Thompson, but a couple late scores here from Central Phenix City made things somewhat interesting. Caleb Nix on the 6-yard touchdown run a little bit earlier, and that time on the pass.
And so another quick extra point here by Ethan Paul. 38-22, 15 seconds left.
I would think that we would see an onside kick. Last time we didn't see an onside kick, they were willing to kick it deep. And I wonder if this is now a situation where Coach Freeman will put in the starting unit, maybe a starting kickoff return unit. There's a moment there between father and son. Obviously, Coach Nix coached Bo Nix over at Scottsboro and Pinson Valley High School, and the youngest son, Caleb, now the starter here. And I'm sure the emotions are flooding in with his last game with his son as his coach in high school.
Tonight will belong to Coach Freeman and the Thompson Warriors as they will capture their third straight 7A state championship. You can see the Thompson kick receiving team expecting the onside kick here on the Sarah Automotive kickoff. And they kick it deep instead. Fair catch called for at the 12-yard line. And so Thompson can come out and snap it one time and bring this 7A state championship game to a conclusion.
Nice crowd out on hand.
Absolutely.
Thompson faithful. They do a great job packing their own stadium, and they made the short trip over to Progressive Stadium, and they got a chance to celebrate history here. We'll have a three-peat state champion in Class 7A, and then there you see, I think they're taking no chances here. You saw Pepins go right back out there. You see Pegues out there as well. They'll just down this one time with starting quarterback Connor Harrell, and obviously kind of a fitting ending here with these penalties dragging out the state championship. We now have had
a delay of game on the victory formation snap.
that is a new one.
And that should do it. And the celebrating can begin. Coach Freeman gets the cold shower. He'll take it on a chilly night in Birmingham. As his team has captured the 7A state championship. We've got all the post-game coverage coming up for you from Protective Stadium in just a moment.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
Let it rain, Randy! That's how you make like it never even happened.
Serve Pro.
This is John Holder. Coming up directly after the game, it will be the Serve Pro post-game show. We will have highlights, post-game press conferences, and much more, all coming up on the Serve Pro post-game show.
And back at Protective Stadium, there you see our final score. Thompson, 7A state champs here at the AHSAA Super 7 Championships as they knock off Central Phoenix City 38-22 to wrap up their season at 13-1. Central falls to 13-1. And Christina Chambers is standing by with the winning head coach.
That's right. Coach, you're a little wet. You got the ice bath. How you feeling?
I feel great. We'll take a bunch of them. Just so proud of our players, our coaches, our community, and you know, all the things that you put into this. And tonight was a culmination of a lot of people and a lot of effort.
You guys three championships in a row. Can you put into words what it means to you in this program?
Just, I give all the glory to God because He runs this program. We just try to be good servants of what He wants us to do, and you know, for us to take any credit in this deal would be wrong. So much we've gone through this year that God's got us through, and I'm just so proud of our players, our coaches, and like I said, the job they did tonight.
All right, Coach, go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
And congratulations to Coach Freeman and his staff and his team and the Thompson High School and the Thompson community as they capture a third consecutive 7A state championship. You're talking about 3 championships in a row at the highest level of high school football in the state of Alabama.
It really means something. It means a whole lot, especially in Class 7A where you have so much talent, and in the north where they have to go through the toughest region in that 7A Region 3. We talked about them beating good teams, making really good teams look average. You take a look at their playoff run, take a look at what they did throughout the course of the regular season, and beating a really good Mountain Brook team throughout the course of the year. They challenged themselves in the non-region part of the schedule. Obviously, the region part of the schedule is really tough as well. They stuck together. They played complementary football, the offense, the defense, and also the special teams kind of carried over from last year. Special teams playing really well in that state championship game against Auburn, carried over into this year. And with all the talent and all the athletes, a lot of times you can get the ego and get everybody to play for themselves, and Coach Freeman and the staff seemingly get this team to think about the actual team, and they did so tonight, and they were able to capture it. The late run there by Central Phoenix City makes the scoreboard look a little bit better, but Thompson really dominating all year long and doing so again tonight.
And there you can see both teams still on the field as we are getting set for the trophy presentation down on the field at Protective Stadium. As the Super 7 back in Birmingham for the first time since it became the Super 7.
We talked earlier in the season, and it was kind of premature in week 0 and week 1 if this could go down as one of the greatest teams, not just this year, but in the entire state history. At Debates for Later, trophy presentations now.
The awards will be presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association staff and members of the Central Board of Control. Pam Holloway, representing District 4, and Terry Roller and Dr. Eric Mackey, representing the Alabama State Department of Education. Also assisting in the presentation of today's awards is Mike Morrison from Coca-Cola. The official Wilson Championship footballs will be presented by Brandon Dean, Director, Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association, to both head coaches. First, from Central Phenix City High School, head coach Patrick Nix. And from Thompson High School, head coach Mark Freeman. Congratulations to both coaches for a great season. Now presenting the Most Valuable Player Award, Mike Morrison from Coca-Cola and Jamie Lee, Assistant Director of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. The 2021 Most Valuable Player Award for the Class 7A Championship is given to number 2, Ryan Peppins from Thompson High School. And now to present the 2021 State Runner-Up Trophy for Class 7A, Central Board Member Pam Holloway from District 4, and Kim Vickers, Associate Executive Director of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. The 7A State Championship runner-up, led by head coach Patrick Nix, the Red Devils of Central Phenix City High School. And now to present the 2021 State Championship Trophy for Class 7A is Alvin Briggs, Executive Director of the Alabama High School Athletic Association, and Central Board members Dr. Eric Mackey, Terry Roller, and the Alabama State Department of Education. To Mark Freeman, head coach of the Thompson Warriors.
Begin. Coach Mark Freeman and his team awarded the Blue Trophy, the 7A State Championship, with their 38-22 victory tonight over Central Phenix City. And congratulations to the young man we've glowingly talked about a lot tonight, senior receiver Ryan Peppins.
This concludes the award ceremony.
Named the most valuable player for the game. That'll wrap it up for our coverage from Protective Stadium, but not our coverage of tonight's action from Birmingham. John Holder standing by in the studio with much more. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And once again, congratulations. Thompson High School, your 7A state championships. For Gerhard Mathangani, Mickey Shatter saying so long from Protective Stadium.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Fire it up, Randy! By being prepared for anything! Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! Woo! That's how you make like it never even happened happen. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Crowning our first state champions, the Class 7A state champions for the third year in a row, it's the Thompson Warriors. They win tonight as they beat the Central Phenix City Red Devils in the 7A state championship game at Protective Stadium in Birmingham. 38-22 is the final score as Thompson wins yet another blue map. John Holder back with you in the Serve Pro post-game show. We will have coming up for you highlights of the game tonight. We're also going to have for you coming up press conferences. We'll hear from coaches from both teams, selected players from both teams, live from Protective Stadium. All of that and a whole lot more. Right now, we're going to take a look at highlights of this game, and there were a lot of highlights, especially from the Thompson end of things in the first half as they jumped out to a 24-0 lead. This is Connor Harrell right here with a big pass to the MVP, Ryan Peppins. Then Harrell was hurt for the rest of the first half, but the backup quarterback, Zach Sims, a 24-yard touchdown pass to Deuce Oliver. Then another touchdown pass, this one 26 yards going to Justin Pegues. It was 14-0 Thompson at the end of the first quarter. Thompson's Trevor Hardy with a 37-yard field goal pushed it to 17-0. And before the half was over, it was Harrell back in the game to Peppins for another touchdown. That made it 24-0. Coming out to start the third quarter, it was Central Phenix City. Carmelo English, a 9-yard touchdown pass and a 2-point conversion pass, but then an interception as Trevor Hardy hauled in this interception at the Thompson 16-yard line. A touchdown run here by Connor Harrell, pushing the lead out even further, and then Harrell to the MVP, Peppins with a bomb. This one kind of sealed it up. That made it 38-8 at that point in time. Mark Freeman celebrating the third consecutive state championship as the Thompson Warriors win the third state championship in a row. They won at Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn. They won at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. And now they've won at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, the 7A title going back to Alabaster, Alabama. We will take a break here on the Serve Pro post-game show. We'll come back and we'll take you back to Birmingham for press conferences coming up with both teams as our live coverage of the AHSAA Super 7 continues here on WOTM.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Black Friday pricing is all month long at Sarah Honda, Sarah Nissan, and Tony Sarah Ford. We have the best inventory and new vehicles arriving daily. We're putting the giving back in Thanksgiving. All this month, get a Butterball turkey with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase on the lot today. There's never been a better time to get more for your money. Get a cash offer even if you don't buy from us. Come on in today and get more Ford, Honda, and Nissan for your money. Black Friday pricing all month long and a Butterball turkey with every purchase. Sarah Automotive in Sylacauga.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with mini dental implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
This is the Serve Pro post-game show. John Holder with you. WOTM's continuing live coverage of the Alabama High School Athletic Association state championship games, the Super 7, this year at Protective Stadium in Birmingham. We have crowned our state champions in girls flag football for the first time here at Trustville. And tonight, just completed a few moments ago, the Class 7A state champion for the third year in a row, the Thompson Warriors out of Alabaster, beating Central of Phenix City, handing Central their first loss of the year. Both teams will finish at 13-1 as Central Phenix City falls to Thompson tonight, 38-22. We are really just beginning. Now we have 2 full days of state championship play coming up. Tomorrow, 3 state championship games. 3 state championship games coming up on Friday as well. Our next game up will be coming up tomorrow, and that will be also at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, and that will be the Class 3A state championship game at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We will be with you at 10:30 in the morning. This should be a dandy. Montgomery Catholic, the #1 team in the state for most of the season in Class 3A. They had beaten Montgomery Academy 42-0 in the regular season. They play about a month or so later, and Montgomery Academy gets the win. Amazing 10-7 over Montgomery Catholic to win the South Alabama Championship and move to Birmingham. Their opponent will be the Piedmont Bulldogs coming out of the north. They beat Sachs in another rematch in a great classic game that was played last Friday night at Jack Stewart Field in the Anniston area. Piedmont in overtime outscoring Sachs 52-44 was the score in that game. And so Piedmont trying for their 5th state championship in school history. All of those have been under head coach Steve Smith. That will be the matchup coming up in our next state championship game tomorrow morning, Thursday morning at 11 a.m. The Montgomery Academy Eagles out of the city of Montgomery taking on the Piedmont Bulldogs from Northeast Alabama up in Calhoun County. Should be a great matchup coming up at 11 a.m. We will be on the air tomorrow morning at 10:30 with all kinds of pregame, as we'll have our Serve Pro pregame show that'll be coming up tomorrow morning right here on WOTM. So we basically are getting ready for state championship games. In addition to that 3A game tomorrow, we will also have the 1A championship game at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. That will be a battle of Bulldogs between Sweetwater and Wadley. And then tomorrow evening, we'll have the 5A state championship game. There's the 1A. Sweetwater beat Brantley 21-18, knocking off the #1 team in the state. And Wadley beat the team that was out of the north last year, Pickens County, at Reform last Friday night, 41-36. So Sweetwater and Wadley, a battle of Bulldogs. Sweetwater's won 8 state championships. Wadley has never been in a state championship game before. Should be a great matchup between Wadley and Sweetwater. That is the 3 p.m. game coming up tomorrow at Protective Stadium in Class 1A. Now, in 5A tomorrow night, we'll have the 5A championship game coming up, and this should be really a classic game. Folks have been waiting for this game really since the summertime. Pleasant Grove has never won a state championship. They've been to the finals 3 times, including the last 2 in a row. Pleasant Grove beat Fairview 47-17. They'll get the Pike Road Patriots, who won a rematch with Andalusia last Friday night. They had beaten Andalusia 28-14 in the regular season. They beat them 33-0 last Friday night at Pike Road. Pike Road's only had a football team for just a handful of years, and Pike Road now taking on Pleasant Grove should be a great matchup, a number 1 versus number 2 matchup according to the last ASWA poll coming up. That'll be the 7 o'clock game tomorrow night. Right now, we're going to take you back to Birmingham to Protective Stadium. Our Serve Pro post-game show continues now. Coach Mark Freeman and the Thompson Warriors from the state champions.
Jesus Christ, every bit of this excitement and glory and honor. It's been a heck of a year, and I thank God that for being with this program and the things he's done in the last 4 years of this program. I thank these guys up here for their efforts and everybody around us for the efforts they gave us all year.
Questions for coach or players?
Coach, congrats. Can you talk about Connor coming back and then also Ryan and what he's meant to the team and he's just what he means?
Yeah, you know, you didn't want to see it early, and Connor's out there laying on the field, and you know, and I go back to this, and people, I'm not beating a dead horse, but I told the guys all week that God prepared us for a battle. I didn't know what it would be, but we look back and we didn't understand why and Connor got hurt in the first Hoover game, but Zach came in and played a whole half and a game and a half after that. And that experience tonight, he came in here and got us a 14-point lead. And, you know, it's just something to our guys that we knew that this was an odd year, but I think looking back, that was part of the situation. He got that experience. He came in. We were able to get a 14-0 lead. Connor, they worked on Connor a little bit inside, and he felt like after getting warmed up, he could play a little bit. So obviously we took our guy back. And, you know, as far as Ryan and these players up here, I don't have the words. I've told everybody that Ryan Pepin is the best, in my opinion, the best receiver in the state, the most valuable guy that can do everything on the field you want him to do. And, you know, when I grew up, you didn't look at a guy's height and his weight so much. You looked at his heart, what he brought to the team, what kind of teammate he was, and he's got all that stuff. And God's got a great plan for him wherever he ends up next year, and the rest of these guys the same way. You know, just I'm so blessed to coach these guys.
Mark, you hit on it there a little bit, but you guys got out to a 24-0 lead. Just how big was that kind of early on, being able to kind of build a little bit of a lead?
Well, it was huge. You know, any kind of time you get in these kind of games here, and their offense had explosive capabilities. You know, all year they showed big plays, and Caleb, the quarterback, made big plays all year, and they had great receivers. And you know, I getting the lead obviously changed what we did a little bit. But there in the third quarter, we kind of said, heck, let's just do what we do. And we got back in some empty, and we threw the ball a little bit. And that's really, at the end of the day, who we are. But, you know, I think in that situation, up 24, you come out and try to run the football and let your defense win. Because our defense carried us all year, and I can't say enough for what Sean and those coaches did with the defense as well. Those guys played over there this year.
Got one for Jeremiah. Congrats. What's around y'all's neck right now?
Oh, it's just something that the cheerleaders gave us this one, and like just your moms and stuff like that, they just make it around. I think it started with Leah, when he was here, Leah. And yeah, so we just kept the tradition.
For Connor and Ryan both, I mean, first for Connor, can you tell us what it's been like playing with Ryan all this time, and for Ryan the same way? Can you talk to us a little bit about what it's been like playing with Connor all this time?
It's been great. I was actually before the game watching film from 8th grade year from me and Ryan. Ryan catch a pass from me, throwing to Ryan. It's been a while. We put in so much work, and God's blessed us to be here today. So I'm thankful for that.
Oh, for me? You know, me and Connor have been dreaming of this day. I can look back in the indoor. I got on my Twitter, me and Connor in the indoor just working. So, you know, God just really had a plan for us. And I love Connor to death. It's like my big brother, honestly. You know, and, you know, it speaks for itself.
Hey, Coach, can you kind of talk about, y'all were up 7-0 and had that 3rd and 17. You got to back up in there. What's the call right there, and how big was that touchdown right there?
It was huge. It's just a little RPO that we've run all year, and he made a good read on it. It didn't come out the way that we've practiced it a lot of times, but it was an RPO that we trusted him to read, and he he made a good read on it, and he had the, he had the guts to pull the ball and throw it, and it was a huge play in the game.
Coach, when you and I talked earlier this year, you talked about your vision when you first arrived there, and you said Hoover had that standard set. And now that, you've done what you've done with these 3 straight state championships, talk about your vision now moving forward.
Well, obviously we're going to enjoy tonight and look back, and I'm sure tomorrow morning when they get up, they'll think about the things that I asked them not to think about this week. Let all their thoughts be after the game, because none of the thoughts before the game is all speculation. And so in the morning they'll be able to get up and they'll face some things and they'll talk about some stuff. But as far as our program, it just goes back to doing the things that we come back after Christmas vacation, January 6th or 9th, and we start in again. And it's just, it's, that word's a funny word, but that process that we've done, we try to get 9 workouts a week, and these guys endure it. And I think that's where we built our program. And between January and May, there's a lot of hard work that goes on with these guys, and they show up every day. I have people ask me, you don't have to punish. Our kids show up every day. Unless there's an accident or a sickness, they show up because it's what it's like I tell them, it's what they're supposed to do. And every coach is there. And man, it's just a blessed situation that I'm in as a head coach, to have the coaches around me that believe what our vision is, and the players have bought into our vision since the day we got to the school. And having Dr. Vickers, because without Dr. Vickers and Dr. Hester and the school board wanting to have a vision of being successful and believing in our kids and believing in what we could do, we wouldn't be sitting here tonight, because you have to have that. And man, we're so blessed from the top of our school program all the way down.
Coach, you said that after Connor got hurt after Hoover, you had to sit down with Zach Sims at his house. What did you actually say to him to bring him along? Because, tonight that was huge for him to come in after Connor got hurt, to come in and get 2 touchdowns. And, Ryan, what's it like with working with Zach, for a limited period of time, and for him to do it? Because last year when Connor got hurt, this year was a better situation for you, I think.
After the game that we lost against Hoover, I think that Sunday, after meeting, me and Zach, we went in there, and I kept telling him, just do the things right that Connor, used to tell him, to Leah, Coach, just everything that we need to do to get us the win. He did it. And sometimes I had to help him out, in the film, but he did what he had to do. Yes, sir.
Jeremiah, Connor, and Ryan, what do you think your legacy will be at Thompson, and what do you want it to be, ultimately that being your last game on the field?
Honestly, I can't thank God enough for everything He's blessed me with, and my teammates. Connor, Ryan, we put in a lot of work, and I can't just say it's just my legacy, because the past 4 years when I was a freshman, the senior group and sophomores and juniors, and now that I'm a senior, it's been a whole. So it's our legacy.
I definitely have to feed off that, because so much just came from the Thompson generation before us that fed into us. Sawyer Pate before the game, talking to me, to Leah, so much is fed in. But as far as my legacy, I just hope that the younger guys can see how much I work and how much that we put into this, and hopefully they can keep it going. Hopefully I'll be able to come back to Thompson and see them still winning.
Same here. J.B. Mitchell, Michael Petway, all the people that left. Me, I was really the only junior that stayed this year, so when they left, they really gave me a phone call, and they came back sometimes to help me with film. And my legacy is not just my legacy, it's the Thompson legacy. So, sitting there looking at the game, and then looking at little kids call your name, going up there to the, to dap their hands up, that means a lot to me and the team. Yes, sir.
Couple more questions.
Connor, take me through your mindset tonight. I know last year you don't get to come back and finish that game. This year, how badly did you want to get back out there and finish this one off? I know you all had faith in Zach this year after the last few games, but just the mindset of you when you get injured and to be able to come back out and finish it off this year.
It was definitely tough last year, getting hurt and not being able to finish a game. Felt like I was letting my team down, because it was a helpless feeling. So anything I could do this game to get back in and help my team win, I was willing to do.
Jeremiah, Coach said earlier that he felt like the defense carried you guys all year. Tonight, why were you guys able to limit Central so well?
I just want to say the preparation, starting Sunday when we got back in, we started watching film, and, Coach D, Coach Gaines, Coach Jones, Coach Briggs, all of them, they just instilled in us all week that we had to do a job, and we did our job tonight. So it was the coaches that put us in a position to do what we did.
Coach, forgive me, I came in late. We were just on TV, but if you answer the story, but that crowd tonight, what was that like, and what does this mean for this community? All you guys in general, I can see Ryan smiling. That crowd was awesome, right? What does that mean to win this for this crowd?
It's like a shot of adrenaline. You know, it's like a, you know, we have been so fortunate that our crowd has been with us since I got here, and really before I got here. The thing about Thompson, you know, when you're thinking about moving from a successful place where we were at, Spanish Fort, you know, back to home, back to Birmingham, I got kinfolks that live in Trussville. I got friends that been up here for 30 years, and I asked them, I said, you know, what do you think about, you know, Thompson? And they said, well, they'd all say the same thing. I tell you one thing, they got a lot of fan support. And so I think the fan support's always been there. I think that now, though, they feed off the success of these guys that they've watched for so many years that just has come across. But our student section is tremendous. I love going over there before the game and just telling them how much we appreciate them being there. But I think the guys can tell you more than that. For me as a coach, it's like an energy shot to me to show the backing that they have for our players.
Players, y'all want to answer that? Players, you want to answer that same question?
I'll answer. You want to answer?
You got it.
Okay. You know, before every game, you know, I always take a peep up there. You know, Jeremiah was with me earlier before the game. You know, we just looked at each other and said, we can't let the city down. And that's all, you know, from then on, you know, it was game time. So I love the crowd. The crowd is, you know, would get us going.
Anybody else want to come?
The student section, I can't lie, they get my juices flowing before the game because, you know, we go to school with those guys, so just to see them supporting us, and we'll go to the basketball game, support them. So it's just, Thompson's just a big family. That's all it really is. So I'm not surprised that we get the student section and the fan base that we have each game.
Yeah, same thing. It means a lot for all those people coming out, support us. Like Jeremiah said, we go to the volleyball games, basketball games, support them. They come support us. So yeah, it's been one big family.
One more question, then we're going to let you go celebrate with your team.
Hey, Jeremiah. I mean, you look around the field on defense, you have Peter, Traquan, Tony, a lot of stars kind of with you. When did you realize this season that, okay, this group can do something special and, you know, really kind of help carry you guys like Coach said?
Honestly, we don't even look at it like that. You know, we have a lot of athletes on the field, a lot of underdogs, because people don't really see that. They just look at the big names, but Nate Riddle, Jax Van Zandt. So it's a whole bunch of guys on the field and on the defense that we count on to make plays each and every down, and that we went to war with during the summer. You know, the working out, like Coach Freeman said, 8 days out of the week. So it's a lot of us on the defense that's doing what we're supposed to do.
Well, Coach, congratulations. I know it's going to be a big night the rest of the night, and to thank all you folks. They're going to get to their room. If anybody wants to ask any quick questions, just one-on-one, out any TV or anything, let's do it outside real quick, okay? Because we got Central coming in.
Mark Freeman and the state champions of Class 7A, the Thompson Warriors, 38-22 winners tonight against Central Phenix City. When we come back here on the Serve Pro post-game show, we will go back to Protective Stadium in Birmingham, and we'll catch up with Central Phenix City head coach Patrick Nix and selected Red Devil players when we return here on WOTM.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Fire it up, Randy! By being prepared for anything! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
At Team One Toyota, you'll always find the car you want at a price you'll love. And shopping with Team One Toyota is like no other experience. Right now, you can custom order your brand new Toyota. You can pick the color you want, the trim you want, the interior you want, all the equipment and technology you'll want. And this month, when you come into the dealership to custom order your Toyota with us, we'll take an additional $500 off. A lot is changing in the car business because we're the ones changing it. Choose Team One Toyota, where we're driven by great people and great prices.
The Serve Pro post-game show continues now. We'll take you back to Protective Stadium in Birmingham. Here's Central Phenix City head coach Patrick Nix and some of the Central Phenix City players.
Proud of how the season went and what they did this year.
Patrick, we talked about bleeding into this game, how tough the matchup was. But what did you see in that second half as you guys were able to whittle away and try to make it a game in that second half?
Our guys just calmed down and competed and just kept playing. And I will watch more of it on video and see what happened. But I go back. I just thought we did a good job competing in the second half and continuing to play. And I had a lot of adversity early, and unfortunately, that's the way it is in life and the way it is in football. And so, but definitely thought we did a good job competing there in the second half for sure.
Hey, Coach, I also went to Etowah High School and had Conrad Nix, the legendary Conrad Nix. He actually taught me health, but I seen how he, you and his relationship growing up and how he mentored you, and now that's been passed down to you and your sons. Talk about just how special that is, and it's not about wins and losses, but those memories is never going to go away.
No, you can't put it into words. I mean, there's no way you can put it into words. The opportunity to coach your boys and coach three state championships with them, and it's incredible. It's been an incredible honor, to coach Caleb and had an unbelievable year this year, and so I mean, as a dad, it doesn't get any better. As a coach, it doesn't get any better, and so just very thankful that God allowed me to have this opportunity with both my boys, and it's hard to believe that it's over. It's going to be a tough night to go to bed tonight. I'm gonna have to. I jokingly say I'm gonna have to, but I'm not joking. I'm gonna have to start coaching again. Because past several years having them don't have to do a whole lot of coaching. They do a lot of the install and telling me and reminding me of how we call things, what the signals are, and all that kind of stuff. So thank goodness both of them are not too far away. I'll be able to call them, and they'll be able to remind me what the signals are. And now, what do we call this, and how do we do this? And they'll be able to tell me.
For Caleb and Carmelo, this program went to the Final Four last year. Now you're in the state championship game. I mean, it looks like this is moving in the right direction. What's been like to be a part of that build-up for Central?
Well, I mean, obviously, our expectation is to play the state championship and to win it. But last year, it made it to the Final Four. We really didn't have the season that we wanted to have last year. And so December hit, we started off-season, well, really in November because we lost in semifinals, started off-season workouts and just got back to work knowing that we wanted to be here. Obviously, we wanted to be on the other side of things, but we got to where we wanted. We had a great year. I mean, we came into the game 13-0, only 7-8 team to make it that far undefeated. So, I mean, we had a great year, a special year. But, obviously, I mean, I'm already told some of the younger guys that it's their turn next year to be getting the blue one, not the red one next year. But, I mean, it was a special year. It was a fun year. So,
I would say it's the expectation either way. Coming from a Red Devil player, a coach, or anything, like that's the expectation, to go to the Final Four, go to the state championship, but be on the other side.
Carmelo, I want to ask you about your touchdown catches. What did you see as that play kind of played out?
I would say just loving the moment, man. Just blessed to be here. Being coached by Coach Nix.
A question for Caleb. I know you've only been at Central 2 years, but just what's it meant to you to be a Red Devil, to kind of be embraced by the community, and then having your dad too along for the ride?
Well, it's been really fun. Last year, obviously, we got here COVID. I was only in school for a month. COVID hit, and it was crazy. So this year we were in school, I mean, really throughout the spring, and we were able to, all be a team, and it was like, we really felt like a team, and we were all together. And then as far as being coached by my dad, it's been really special. Obviously, we didn't play tackle football growing up, so from Charleston Southern days, I was on the practice field out there running it. So, yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously, me and Bo were out there together. I watched him play for however long he played, 5 years. And so, it's been really special. I definitely miss it. He made a joke the other day. He went to get on to me. I guess it was like one of the last practices. He went to get on to me. He's like, "I'll just let your next coach do it." And it really hit me because I've never had a different coach. But yeah, it's really special to be coached by your dad.
Other question? Back up here.
For Caleb and Carmelo, or for all y'all, it got really physical out there. But for you guys to fight back, that's pretty impressive to have that kind of composure come out of the locker room, seeing that deficit and still come back. And what was it like for you guys to see your team rally for at least the second half?
Well, they definitely hit us in the mouth there early, and it was a physical game everywhere from their DBs, defense line. They were a very physical team, but we got in the halftime, and we just, it was just kind of quiet. Everybody was just like, let's just settle down and come out and compete and fight and see what happens. And obviously, we made it 24-8 right there, and had a little bit of momentum, and then, didn't finish the drive like I wanted it to, but and then right there, just they put away their great team. So But I mean, we just settled down at halftime and decided we just told everybody we're just going to come out and fight and see what happens.
Question right here, Josh.
For any of you guys, defensively in the first half, it seemed like they seemed to kind of have your number a little bit. What did they do that seemed to cause you guys so many problems?
You can answer that.
I think we did more ourselves to cause our problems than anything. I think it was, we didn't execute very good, just barely missed a couple, and it is what it is. I mean, it's, they're a good football team. I think that, when you play a good football team and you don't play your best, and they are, then that kind of stuff happens. And I think they played really well, and we didn't play really well early. And unfortunately for us, when that happened, they were able to take a big lead, and I don't know that it was anything necessarily that they did as much as some of the things that we did.
Any other questions? Okay.
Coach, you kind of talk about it was 7-0, and they had a backup in there, and it was 3rd and 19, and the play they hit, kind of how big a play that was to make it 14-0.
I don't really remember. I think it was to the running back or whatever. I didn't really see the play. I was dealing with some of the offensive stuff, and just know that they got it. And I don't know what the play was. Don't really know how they designed. I don't have a clue. Don't really know how we busted. I was dealing with some offensive things at the time.
Other questions? Well, Coach, congratulations on a great season, and great to see y'all. Outstanding team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Head coach Patrick Nixon, the Central of Phenix City Red Devils, as we continue here with the Serve Pro post-game show. The final score of the Class 7A championship game tonight, it was the Thompson Warriors beating Central Phenix City 38-22. Coming up at 12 midnight tonight here on WOTM, we will have a replay of the earlier girls flag football state championship game as Hewitt-Trussville went to double overtime to beat Smith Station. That's coming up at midnight tonight. But coming up next, we're going to take you across the street from Protective Stadium to Birmingham Topgolf. Buckethead and the Kings standing by with more post-game coverage here on WOTM.
When you're the leader in disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen? Let it rain, Randy! Woo! Yes! By being prepared for anything! Woo! Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
This is your invitation to shop Team One Nissan in Albertville. Everyone likes doing business with people you know and trust. Our entire staff at Team One Nissan is people that work and live right here in our community. People that are your neighbors. So when you're shopping for your next vehicle, shop where you get hometown service. And speaking of service, our staff is here to serve you. Check us out at team1nissan.com.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
I'm Roger, your in-house expert with Alabama Professional, and your questions keep pouring in to Ask Roger. Judy in Arndale asked, what services can APS provide? Alabama Professional offers basement waterproofing, foundation repair, humidity and mold control, and encapsulation of nasty crawl space. Since 1977, homeowners have entrusted APS to solve basement, foundation, and crawl space problems. Call for a free, no-obligation estimate today and keep those emails and questions coming.
Welcome back to the Buckethead and King Show, brought to you by the Oxford Festival of Lights. Last show of the night. Great game, especially if you Buckethead. Great. I'm not going to get on you too bad.
You got to get on. Listen, man. Thompson did what they had to do. Sometimes you got to expose somebody, you know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to tell.
They got exposed.
I've been trying to tell everybody.